Hello everyone and welcome to the final round then of ALR Silver tonight, and here we are in one of the toughest tracks then of the World Championship, and goodness gracious me, this is going to be an absolutely tense affair, isn't it, around Baku. As I'm just waiting for my notification to come up and then we'll be getting going properly, as for some reason my YouTube notifications have stopped working, so that's absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? What a way to start here tonight then. Of course, then you can see, look at this, and goodness gracious me, then we've got a full grid tonight. I don't know what that means. It's going to be action galore, isn't it? Really is indeed. Then of course the drivers and the constructors have been wrapped up, haven't they, for the past few weeks, but my goodness me, it hasn't stopped the action in silver, has it? It's been brilliant all the way through. It really has indeed then. So let me get the Yoda telemetry up as well, and then we'll be getting going here on live on YouTube, ALR's YouTube, and also we're also on Facebook as well. Of course, next season we'll be streaming through Facebook and through ALR's Facebook as well. So of course keep an eye out for that, any Facebook fans out there. So yes, that's an amazing milestone, isn't it, to say the least then. Really is indeed then. Right then, there's the cars are already coming out on track. Goodness gracious me then. We're starting off in the thick of the action, aren't we? And really good stuff indeed then. So this first qualifying session is all about trying to basically trying to see who's going to get knocked out of qualifying. So we're lining up 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th on the grid then. Absolutely good stuff indeed then. And whilst they're all peeling out on the circuit then, I've got about a minute and 45 seconds then to go through the drivers and the constructors standings. Well, Glock, of course, the first ever LR silver champion there, 127 points in front of Droffassen, who is second at the moment. It's also been confirmed as he hasn't been confirmed second yet. He needs 4 more. Well, basically just needs to score 4 points here tonight, and he is done and dusted. Then Alhan has been confirmed as in at third position as well. So all 3 of those drivers have been promoted. Paulie Orange has just moved up in the 4th position as well, with Lost Souls has dropped down to 5th, and YBR unfortunately had to pull out quite late on. I fit in a 6th position. 7th position is Serious Mushroom. Kingzone moving up to 8th position. I think he's had a very good first end of the season. It's been a cracker, hasn't it? It really has. So good stuff then from Kingzone. Very good stuff indeed then. Wilson there coming down into turn 1 in the Mercedes as well then. Lovely stuff indeed then. We've got Ghost in 9th position at the moment, and he's dropped down a position, and Vitor in 10th position as well then. Let's just go through the rest of the standing, shall we? 11th position is the is FIFA Beefy there in the Alfa Romeo. We've also got Andre down in 12th position, Explains in 13th. Jake Wilson, as we're watching on screen now, he's gone up 1 position, he's in 14th position. Lovely stuff indeed there from Wilson. Razor dropping down to 15th position. We see him in the comments last night. Interesting insight there for Razor. He's got a very intelligent young brain in there, hasn't he? Fantastic. 60th position is Flea. 70th position is Iceman. In the relegation zone it's LPE. He's on 6 points there. Unfortunately LPE is not in the race either tonight, otherwise he might have had got a fist of maybe getting out of that relegation zone. Fran is in 19th position, and Silent Shifter, who's only he's only raced twice this season, is also in the relegation zone as well. And unfortunately for that, he is also out of the he's also been relegated as well. Confirmed that. Where's Fran? Is Fran in here tonight? I don't think he is either. No, he isn't. So unfortunately, all 3 of those have been confirmed as relegated. Then as Wilson there has come through the final turn. In the constructors, Red Bull also confirmed as the constructors champions, and so I think we now have all 6 champions of ALR. Fantastic stuff indeed there. We have Haas in 2nd position there, Toro Rosso in 3rd position. Got a good scrap between Mercedes and Racing Point for 4th and 5th, and we're on board with the Mercedes now of Wilson, and he will be flying the flag there for Mercedes. He has gone into 1st position so far, 39.922, and good stuff indeed there from Wilson. And we got McLaren in 6th position then, as Droffass has gone into has gone faster so far in the Toro Rosso. Lovely stuff indeed there. We've got Williams in 7th position then. 8th position is Renault. They're only 8 points behind Williams then, with we've got Dave and Iceman flying the flag for the Renault team, so that's going to be interesting, isn't it, to see if them two can overhaul the Williams team then. Alfa Romeo in 9th position, and Ferrari brings up the rear in 10th position as well then, as we are coming to the end as Eat the Cookie, who was dominating dominating last season is back in here tonight as well. And of course, I got to say then, the McLaren team have got a big old boost there with Cookie right in the mix as well. Then, of course, as I mentioned last night about the old hand in the cookie jar joke, I'll probably be saying that again tonight as well. Paulie Orange, only third fastest at the moment. Paulie Orange is in the Mercedes. Paulie Orange is on absolutely fine form at the moment, isn't he? Goodness gracious me, yeah, he really is, isn't he? He has won the last 3 races, and in the last 5 races, he's won 4 of the last 5 races, and only DNF'd in Abu Dhabi, didn't he? After a mistake, after a maybe an unforced error from his part, possibly. But my goodness me, he's been on a fantastic form. He really has, hasn't he? So he's won 4 of the last 5 races, and he's been on a hat-trick of race wins now already. Paulie Orange is fantastic stuff indeed there. And now we're coming up to the line as well then. Let's see what King's could do then. DRS there is quite the way down the straight, and it's a very long straight, isn't it? Coming up to the line, and King's goes 4th fastest. A lovely jubbly indeed there for King's there in the Toro Rosso. Walker has just walked his way up into 4th position as well. Lovely stuff there from the Alfa Romeo driver as well. Who else we got at the moment? We've got Alhan, who is currently in the pits there. We've got Ghosten, who is just about to he's on the final part of the course as well, and so is Razor out there as well. So I got an ulcer on my mouth actually, and it's really annoying. I keep tongue punching it. It's really it's really annoying me. But as we got Ghosten coming out then of turn 16 and get on the curb slightly then Ghost is, but now it's full beans head coming up to the line as well. As I've said before, I do enjoy Ghost's amazing helmet. I love it. It reminds me of one Pablo Montoya helmet as well, which of course Montoya used to drive for the Williams, didn't he, back in 2001 to 2004, and possibly could have won the championship in 2003. That was a good old year, wasn't it? 2003 was. I suggest if you've got the DVD, or maybe even go on YouTube actually, because I'm sure it's on YouTube still, the season review of 2003 is splendid to watch. Flea there in 11th position as well. We've got Slayer out there. We've also got Iceman as well. Razor is coming up to the line as well. Just got Glock in the comment section as well. Evening all, dry quality and race as well. Of course, we don't expect much rain in Azerbaijan, do we? But we can have we do have a rain every now and again in Baku. But yes, so not a huge surprise. It's a dry weekend at the moment. And FIFA is on the soft tires as well. Serious Mushrooms on the medium tires actually. Interesting stuff there. We got a Renault there coming up to the line as well. I think it's Iceman. Iceman off. No, sorry. I think it's Dave starting his lap as well. My apologies, as well, both cars are yellow, aren't they? So I suppose I'm half right. I'm going to be right 50% of the time, ain't I? Anyway, it's FIFA coming up to the line then. And let's see what he can do. Oh, no, yeah, he's coming in the pits there at FIFA said. And he just calls it a day. And away he goes as well. We're on board with V-Todd then. And I've got to say, one of the most unluckiest drivers in the field this season for Silver, hasn't he? He's been fantastic either in qualifying or in the race then, hasn't he? If he can string the event together, my goodness me, this might be very much in fine form as well. I think he'd be easily in the top 5 in the Drivers' Championship, because he has got some speed on him. Unfortunately, I might have jinxed him there. He's a 10th of a second off of the second slowest man at the moment. Serious Mushroom on the medium compound tyre there for the Williams team, so that's an interesting dynamic to say at least, isn't it? From Serious Mushroom and Belize coming up to the line as well. We've got a lot of other cars coming up to the line. So I think we got one of the Pink Panthers coming up to the line. It's let's see, I think it's Lost Souls, isn't it? No, Lost Souls has just started his lap, and Glock is also out on track as well. The champion Glock is, and well, he's been fantastic on it this season. There's a Serious Mushroom's done a 40.5 then as well. Of course, Glock is going to gold next season. Oh, Dave's just a scraping the wall there, isn't he? Getting very close there to the Armco there. Lovely stuff indeed then, as now we're coming to the line then, as Droffas has just said, it's unfortunately it's his the final silver race, isn't it, here tonight, and also his Droffas final silver race as well before he goes into gold next season. I'm really looking forward to see what Droffas can do next season. I really am, because I think he's a very fine driver, and he did really well in America, didn't he? So yeah, I can't wait to see the likes of Glock, Alhan, and Droffas there. Oh my goodness me, Jake the Slayer, they're giving it all kinds of well already there as he went through the final couple of corners. Well, DRS, there it is, wide open there on the racing point, and he comes up to the finish line as well, and he goes 11 fast at the moment there. Good 17th there for Wilson. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lost Souls then is not lost at the moment there. He is in the final part of the lap as well, coming out of 16. He is looks like he's doing some harvesting, so we leave him to harvest for now. And now then there's a Glock there. It's coming through the final turn 6 as well, as Droffas has just said. And I think you're a fine commentator as well. Thank you, Droffas. It's only taken me since, round 18, round 19 to actually get your name properly right then. So, yeah, I'm not sure how fine I really am. Maybe I'm okay. Glock then, of course, he's more than okay, isn't he? He is a fantastic driver. He really is, isn't he? Absolutely destroying the opposition this season. And he is on pole. But no, yet he's the fastest so far then, of course. We ain't going for pole position yet, are we? He's the first man, the 37.8 there is he's 3 tenths of a second in front of Cookie at the moment, who is having a second race in a row here tonight then. I wonder if he's going to go for all 3 then as well. There's of course Gunnar has told me to mention he is the most experienced driver in ALR history, as of course he has raced in gold, silver and bronze, and I think he was the first man to do so, if I'm not very much mistaken. But I haven't said that. I'm sure Mike did actually. Mike and Just Be, I'm sure, did in Austria, because they had 3 races out the weekend, didn't they? Goodness me, then they was very much they was busy OBs, weren't they? Back in Austria. Good 70 then. I'm going the complete wrong way. Let's take a look, see what Alhan's doing at the moment, because the other man who's been promoted down. Ooh, a lovely helmet design there as well for Alhan, and he comes into turn 3 as well. Oh goodness me, get very close to the bar there, Alhan is, and make the most of this beautiful black and gold Haas, because they'll be going back to their traditional colours next season, which I'm a little disappointed by, to be honest, because it's one of my favourite cars on the grid. And also Toro Rosso, this was coming last time in silver, that we're going to be calling Toro Rosso before they become the AlphaTauri next season as well then. And it's going to take me probably around about the same time as it took me to pronounce Droffas's name. I reckon around round 18, round 19 next season probably. Lovely stuff indeed then. Is Alhan there just accelerating out of the castle section, and now he's on the very fast party lap as well then, as Droffas just said, Toro Rosso is only 12 points behind Haas in the battle for second then. So yes, even though that the drivers and constructors have been wrapped up, Glock won it back in Spain, didn't he? Round 15 out of a 21 round season. That is absolutely impeccable, isn't it? That's fantastic. I can't even think of any more adjectives. I don't know. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't really do English much, do I? I don't even. I try. Oh, Flea is out of qualified. He has got into the Armco, and Dan has just drove past him, and let's see, well, is it gone on there for Flea? And unfortunately Flea is the first victim then here in Baku there to go into the wall. And where is he? Oh, he's still carrying on, is he, as Glock is retired from the session then. Is that Razor in front of us? I think it might be. Let's take it, and yeah, it's Razor. So I'm not sure what's happened to Flea, but unfortunately Flea is out of qualifying already. So that's not good at all, is it, for Flea then? Because he's got a good 5 minutes there to really get a lap time in there, hasn't he? So that's a bit of a shame there for Flea, isn't it? We're just watching Iceman, and of course he's only got 6 points at the moment, Iceman has, and I feel that is very much, that doesn't show the whole talent of this man, does it really? He's been very unlucky, hasn't he? He's had some fine qualifying performances as well, but in the races it's just not gone his way, has it, so far in the Renault? Iceman, this is Iceman's 7th race start now, isn't it, for the Renault driver. And to be honest, I think just taking a quick look back at his he's only scored once actually in ALR Silver, and that was back in this league. That's where he's got his 6 points from. So hopefully Iceman there can really finish off a strong season then, as he's going through the castle section. I love it. I love that over the shoulder shot. It's beautiful, isn't it? Very much eye line of with the drivers, isn't it? So they accelerate out of the castle section, coming down the very fast kinky kink of because we're about to end the the second sector. Turn 15, infamous for Hamilton and that young German Sebastian Vettel, wasn't it, of course, where they came to blows there, and Vettel had a bit of road race, didn't he? That's a funny old race, wasn't it, that weekend? But there's Iceman there is now coming up to the line, and this is a very tough end to the ALR season. It's a tough old season, isn't it? 21 races. Of course, remember, we only had 18 races to start ALR in the first season, and of course the second season we had 21, the third season we also had 21, as well. As Iceman has jumped into 14th position at the moment. In trouble at the moment is Dave. Rayside's retired from the session there. He's he thinks he's very he's feeling very happy up there at the moment. Here comes Serious Mushroom then, and now he's thrown on the soft compound tires as Walker has retired from the session. Remember, Walker had an absolute stellar race in France, did fantastic stuff. I hope you've all been watching the highlight video, the highlight reel, because Walker was in it quite a few times, wasn't he? He was having a good old scrap, wasn't he? Unfortunately, before he had a bit of a spin there. Look at Serious Mushroom now. You cannot give it full beans around at 15, can you? Because you would go into that wall and damage the end plate. These wings are very strong, but they're quite fragile, which is very hypocritical of me, isn't it? But of course, you can stand on the front wings, as Hamilton is really demonstrated fantastically, isn't it? But of course, there is so much force going on these cars when they're at such high speeds, isn't it? It is absolutely all-inspiring to watch, isn't it? Serious Mushroom going up to the finish line as well, and he goes into 8 fast then. Good stuff from the Williams team then. Really good stuff indeed there. But Williams are going to be on the back foot tonight, aren't they? Well, no, they aren't actually. Sorry, they are defending against the Williams. Defending against the Renault team at the moment. Both Renaults are down in 15th and 16th at the moment as it stands. And as Stroffar said, Toro Rosso and Haas, and that is going to be very fruitful, isn't it, in the final stages of the season as well. So keep an eye on that. And who is going to get second in the constructors? Will it be Toro Rosso or will it be the Haas team as well? And I think that really demonstrates how impressive that Alahan's been this season with his teammate LP really struggling, hasn't he? As you can see, Serious Mushroom there taking a couple of bites of the cherry there, isn't he? Jake the Slayer there is 7 seconds off the pace, so we leave him to it for the moment. Here comes Daniel in his third race then for the Red Bull then. Oh, look at that, going through quite quick as well. Gunnar out on track as well, and so is Lost Souls. Lost Souls hasn't actually set a time yet. He's been on pole position 3 times this season. Can he make it a 4th as well? Glock has been on pole position 15 times this season. Goodness gracious me. That is incredible, isn't it? It really is. But can Lost Souls get a 4th pole position at the moment? Well, at the moment he is 4th fastest then. But I'm wondering if he's just having a bit of sandbagging going on there as well. Gunnar in the Haas then. Of course, he's a late replacement here tonight, Gunnar. So let's see what he can do then. So now here comes Murphy there, accelerating out the castle section as well. In his second appearance there for the Red Bull team. And he did a good job last week, didn't he? In France there, he finished second then. And did a very fine job as well then, as he comes out of turn at 15 as well. Now dropping down the hill then. Let's see what Murphy can do then in the second sector. He's done a 14.7 there. Lovely stuff indeed there from Dan. Now accelerating away then as he is coming up to the line as well. Let's see what he is going to do then. And look at that then. Got to say, you have to be so precise, so good. I got to say, I keep saying I just want to be cautious around there, but you have to be precise, don't you, around there? And Murphy is coming into pits. Daniel is in the pits, and there's problems for Dan, and he is out of qualifying. That's a huge scalp to be going out of qualifying. Well, Gunnar is 17th fast at the moment. Dan is retired from the session. Flea is 19th, and Dan is 20th. That is a huge surprise here in Azerbaijan. There's a problem with Dan and the Red Bull. Oh goodness me then, and that is not good at all, is it? As we got Dave out on track at the moment. We've also got Gunnar there. Is he going to go again then? Iceman is also out qualifying rounds. It's between Gunnar and Dave. And also Jake the Slayer is on the cusp as well. We're on board Dave now. He's down in 18th position at the moment, Dave is. As, oh, goodness me. Glock is saying Jake the Slayer just completely ruined our Droffers' lap there. Sat on the apex of the fast left-hander in Sector 2. Droffer is saying, lucky to see that. Lucky to see see how the lap... lucky it was just to see how the lap goes. Yeah, for Droffar, sorry, I completely messed up what Droffar was saying now. He was just having the feelers kind of that lap was, so, and as Glock was saying, needs to appeal that code brown there. I've got to say, I would have been a code brown as well if I was flying through that corner. I'm sure that didn't the two Toro Rosso boys almost come to blows there once, and I don't mean King's Own and Droffar. I mean, I think it was Brendan Hartley, wasn't it? And Gasly. Dave has got into 9th fastest. That's a great final lap there from Dave there. Goodness me there. And really mustered up a great time there for the Renault driver now. Lovely stuff then from Dave. And he is through into qualifying too. Jake the Slayer is also through as well. well. Jake might be in a bit of trouble though in the racing point. It is the racing point as well. And what about Gunnar? Well, Gunnar is going to allegedly pace as he is out of qualifying. So we have lost in the first qualifying session. Dan, who's had some issues in the Red Bull, he is out of qualifying. What a surprise there for Dan. I wonder if there's some technical gremlins going on there. Remember, we had Sam who had a technical gremlin of his own, didn't he, in the Mercedes last night as well, didn't he, with steering wheel going not right at all. Flea out of qualifying as well. I didn't see what happened to Flea there, but he's out of qualifying as well. Gunnar only did one lap there, and unfortunately he just didn't nail it, did he? He's down in 18th position then, Gunnar is as well. We've got Iceman, who is in 17th position, and Wilson is in 16th position and out of qualifying then. And look at Razor and Ghost there, exactly the same times there in 14th and 15th position. My goodness me, they might be wiping a bit of sweat off their brow there, as gosh, they're 2/10 of a second in front of Wilson. As he had a qualifying one then, and interesting stuff, isn't it? Well done to Dave then. Dave and Jake Slayer are getting themselves out of trouble there, right at the cusp there, as the checker flag dropped. Good stuff indeed then. And as Dan saying that he had it, yeah, so he has got a technical issue, Dan has, as of course Sam had issues with his steering wheel last night, and tonight it's Dan Murphy's turn to have some gremlins. His headphones broken, he couldn't hear the gear changes, and because of that he had to pull off to the side there and lost a lot of time there. Of course gear shifts, if you don't hear your gear shifts, and how you know when to change gear, which sounds quite obvious, doesn't it really? But yeah, that is the case. And so Dan Murphy, unfortunately technical issues, and his headphones are broke there on Dan's, so Dan is going to have to quickly find something to get himself going in, because that is appalling luck there from the Red Bull driver. And well, Glock has said, look at the ref counter. So yeah, I suppose that's a good point. But I'm sure, but of course, these drivers, I think you react more by what you hear than what you see, don't you? Really? Of course, because to be honest, that'd be quicker way. That was probably a quicker way to react, really, isn't it? Anyway, then out of qualifying, we've lost Dan, who's had problems, had technical difficulties. Flea is out of qualifying as well, no time. I'm not sure if he's damaged the car. We've also lost Gunnar, Iceman, and Jake Wilson, all out of qualifying as well. And just as I highlighted before, Ghost Recon and Razor very nip and tuck there. Well, my goodness me, they couldn't be separated by, well, 3 thousandths of a second. Goodness gracious me, then. Very close, isn't it? Very close indeed then. Right, we're into qualifying 2 then. And I've got to say, I'm already feeling like a gingerbread man. Goodness me then. Anyway, we're going into qualifying 2 then. We got 15 minutes then to the side. 11th to 15th on the grid then, as we're aiming to lose 5 more cars indeed then. As Dan has just told his teammate to behave. So there we go, everyone. Of course, a bit of an end of season feel here. It's not, as I said, this is the last silver race of the season, and the final race of season 1. It's been absolutely fantastic. It really has, then, and absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Then, as we got. Good. We've got Drofar saying, I cannot have the sound then. We've also got Trem 1980 saying, could this guy stammer and stammer? Was that? I think you mean stutter and trip his words up anymore? Probably not. But I take after the man Scatman John. If you've ever heard of him, go and listen to him. He's fantastic, isn't he? Anyway, out of the pits comes a Ghost Recon then, and he is coming into turn 2 now then. And let me get the old what's it? The telemetry up, and we'll be back going in just a few moments then, as Ghost then is out of the pits now. And of course, he was quite lucky to get through a qualifying 1 then, but we are now into qualifying 2, and let's see what he can do then in the Williams then, the Rocket Williams as well. Unfortunately for Williams then, they of course they're looking for buyers at the moment, don't they? And I got to say, I really hope that Williams do find some buyers, because yeah, it's such a of course it's such a historical team, and really yeah, it'd be such a shame to see the Williams there go to be bust as well, because they've only got 20 cars on the circuit anyway, which is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion, because you should have at least, well, in my opinion, you should have at least 24, maybe have a full grid of 26. We haven't had 26 cars in almost 25 years. Back in the Monaco Grand Prix 1995, it was such a long time ago, wasn't it? Now, quarter of a century. And of course that day, of course, we had the likes of the Simtex on the grid, didn't we? Jos Verstappen and Mimo Schiatarella, wasn't they, driving the MTV Simtex tech teams. That was our last ever race, wasn't it? We also had the very slow 40-40 didn't we, with Pedro Diniz and Roberto Moreno as well. I quite like the 95 season. I think it's what I got a soft spot for 95. I don't know why. It's probably because it's the first ever F1 game I ever bought then. Dan has come to my aid then. Oh, lovely. Me and Dan got a bit of bromance there as well. But anyways, we're coming out to the finish line as well. Let's start this up then with Ghost, and he has got his rear wing wide open as we come down into turn 1 then. And I'm so impressed with these cars of how they just don't go straight on, do they? Because those brakes must not be at optimal temperature, but yet these oh goodness me, it's getting very snaky coming out of turn 2, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic. It really is, isn't it, for Ghost then, of how then it's the back end is starting to squirrel, isn't it, into turn 3 as well. Then of course the right under there, beautiful stuff indeed. Then sorry, my opinion, if it offends you too much, Flower. Of course, I would love to be actually, if anyone remembers Tim Flowers, he used to be fantastic in goal for the Premier League team. So I do love some Flowers as well. If you could send them my way, that'd be fantastic. 6 Suffolk Drive, brilliant. Make sure you do it before Valentine's Day, because I have too many of those of my lovely friends. Anyway, as we're coming into the castle section as well then, and look at this, and so narrow around there, isn't it? It's very hard to swing a cat around there, let alone a Formula 1 car, but Ghost has done just that. Brilliant stuff indeed then. So now then, as he comes flying down the hill then, as you can see, look at this, and very kinky stuff then, coming down and into turn 15. Look at this, and where does Ghost brake then? Dropping down to just about 60 miles an hour, just above that, and now coming into the right angle then, and let's see then, he's now on the power then, and he has got the Urza right up full beans then, and here comes Ghost Recon then with that one Palo Montoya inspired helmet there, the chrome helmet from when he was I think it was 2002, wasn't it, where he went to more of a chrome helmet. I'm sure it's more white, wasn't it, back in 2001 then. Now he comes up to the line then. Let's see what Ghost could do then. He is on the medium compound tyres then, and of course he is fastest so far because he's the first one to come across the grid, across the line I should say. Here comes Razor there. It looks like he might be a wing short there. I think he might need to go and visit Dan Murphy's car, because he might have a wing spare as he drives the Red Bull, doesn't he? And apparently they give you wings, don't they? Poorly Orange there is gone hard, and he's on the hard tyre of the road there, but he's invalidated his time, so he's going to have to go around again, unfortunately. We've also got V Todd out on track as well. Where's Kingdom? Kingdom is just got by I think that's a Williams, isn't it? Just in yes, it is a Williams there. The Williams there. He's just got by the Williams, and let's see what he can do as well. As we got Nunda saying, "I'm back. I was a part of a Fortnite live event." Oh, excellent stuff. Of course, I gotta say, I've never really, I couldn't get into Fortnite because I was doing all right, swinging my axe left and right, but that's about it. I didn't really know what else to, do, to be honest. And then people was building stuff and all that kinds of stuff. But there you go. That's just sorry if I offended anyone on Fortnite as well. Goodness me, it's becoming a bit of an interesting stream here, isn't it? But Glock going straight in there and going Warzone. I gotta say that my claim to fame is I've won 2 Warzones, which is absolutely fantastic stuff. But in both of those Warzone games, my kill ratio was 0. But my contribution was fully worth it because I sacrificed myself on both occasions. Here comes FIFA Beefy coming up to the line as well. Then we're talking about guns. We need to be talking about Formula 1 cars, and FIFA flying over the grid hatchings, and he is currently third fast mode. Lovely stuff indeed then. Poorly Orange is back out now. He's on the hard compound tire. We've got a Williams out there as well. Oh, lovely shot here from Jake the Slayer then. We've also got Alhan also making an appearance as well, but draw fast there coming out of the follow turn, and let's see what he could do as well then. Nunda saying, good thing I joined the most interesting qualifying session. I gotta say, it's either this one or Monaco, isn't it, really? But having said that, if you get a safety car, you've got to be really good at starting, don't you? I think the Cookie did a great job with the starting the car last night, didn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed. And as Poorly Orange comes across the line, he goes fast. He's on those hard tires as well by 5/10 of a second. Walker's in trouble. Walker's in huge trouble. He is out qualifying, and that's not going to toys. Out qualifying, going into turn 2, and look left. Oh dear, and how's he gone in there? That's is it? I don't even know how he's got in there. That's I gotta say that's very that's a good effort from Walker, but my goodness me, he must have come a cropper somewhere, and Dan is just And of course, Dan has just confirmed that I'm an elite commando. Brackets naked. So I got to say, I'll do my best commentary, or my best Call of Duty work when I'm wearing my underpants. Luckily for you guys, I should say, I'm actually fully clothed tonight, for once, which I really wish I wasn't actually, because I'm already dripping in sweat. As we're now watching the Slayer then, he is on soft tires. We've got Eat the Cookie, who's also out on track as well, and Souls as well. Good stuff indeed then, as he clumps the curves and accelerates away, and I think he's drifting to the middle part of the track there, Slayer is, so I think he might be done on that. So we're going to join Cookie, and Cookie, oh gosh, that racing point is right in the way, then I thought he might have just pulled off to the side there, and oh goodness me, it's going to get very narrow indeed, isn't it, as they come through the castle section, and whoa, goodness me, it's so tight through the castle section as well. Lovely over the shoulder shot as well, accelerates away there as gets on the curbs there, but it's very stable and precise as well. Lovely stuff. And as Dan is saying, that is an image that was needed. I've obviously not included a word in there which he included, but that's because I've obviously he didn't mean that word, did he? Cookie coming out of the final turn as well. Then let's see what he's got. Oh goodness me! Then getting very close then to the Armco bar. Then he is coming up to the line, and let's see what he does. That is Cookie, who was fantastic last night, wasn't he? He was brilliant stuff, on top form, tip-top form, and at the moment then Paulie Orange has got the fastest time out. He's on a 40.2. What about Cookie? He has already got, my goodness me, then he has gone at 1.8 seconds quicker than a Paulie Orange already, albeit they are on different tyre compounds, so that is still something to think about. But wow, that is incredible stuff, isn't it? Just watching the racing point now coming up to the line as well then. Let's see what I can do then, and he goes into second position at the moment there. He's done a 39.7 there at Los Oils. Remember, he's been on pole position 3 times this season, but of course, he's not feeling like he's got the pace here tonight at the moment, has he? Alhan has had a very good second sector there, hasn't he? Nuda's saying, I'm going to have nightmares now as well, but I've got to say, that's everyone's nightmares, they're really imagining me in the buff. Alhan there is coming out of turn 16, and then now he is on full throttle then for the final time on this side. Look at this, he's on 208, 209, 210 miles an hour then. That is incredible speed then. He goes full fast in the Haas, and you notice that there's a lot of guys on the medium and hard tyres, well, a lot of them on the medium tyres actually. There's no one on the soft tyres at the moment. It's Ray's on there clumping the curbs there as he comes out of the second sector, taking an awful lot of curbage as well, isn't he? Car 84 Razor is taking a lot. Yeah, that's too much curb there. That is that's invalidated his time, and he is done and dusted on this lap. So Razor's going to have to go around again with just 5.5 minutes to go in this session, and now he's coming into the second sector as well. Glock is. Let's see what we can do then. Glock been on pole position 15 times this season. Can he make it 16? Can he make it his 16th time in 19 races? My goodness me then. His pole position ratio is absolutely fantastic. It is, isn't it? I'm really interested to see though what him and Cookie can do. I'm actually rubbing my hands with glee on this one, because this is going to be fantastic, isn't it? The battling between those two superpowers, isn't it? Goodness me, it's like Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, isn't it? And it's going to be fantastic to see those two go toe to toe in the final part of qualifying 3. But I'm getting too excited. We got to think about qualifying 2 first, and this all about qualifying 2 is who is going to get knocked out of qualifying. Currently at the moment we've got one man who's been confirmed out of qualifying. That is Walker, unfortunately. He went into the the left hand side going out of turn 2, which is very interesting to say the least. I don't know how he got there, to be honest. Glock goes at second fastest moment there, and this is interesting indeed, isn't it? I think Glock might have had a bit of a messy lap there, isn't he? I didn't expect him to be that far behind Cookie, but yeah, so round 1 at the moment to Cookie, but bearing in mind this is only qualifying 2. We're going to get into qualifying 3 in a few moments, and that is where it's really going to get very tasty indeed, isn't it? And Dan is saying Glock versus Cookie are both well, I think that's aliens, isn't it, or is that balloons? Oh, it's aliens. It is aliens. I was trying to work out what he meant there, but it is aliens. My apologies. I need to get me Yoda sunglasses on, don't I? As weekend night race in there is saying Cookie is is unreal. He really is, isn't he? Oh, that message was retracted. Sorry, I was a bit too on the ball, that one, which is very unusual, isn't it? It's because I've got my old tablet out tonight. I'm feeling very much a professional for once. I feel like I'm in a little command center as well as I've got a laptop on the right side. Hopefully it don't turn off tonight, because when my laptop turns off, so does my TV as well, because it's all hooked up there. Very high tech indeed. Then King's Home is going to the left hand side as he comes into the pits there. There's a slight chicane to slow the cars down, isn't there? Albeit they don't really slow them down too much, do they? As we got Razor's back out on track at the moment then, and at the moment it's a bit of a lull then. We have still got to see Jake the Slayer, Dave, who has got through into qualifying too. Fantastic stuff there from Dave. They're really up against the wall. He did a fine job indeed, didn't he? And we've also got Serious Mushroom as well, who is also on an outlap then. 4 cars on set of time then. And we have also got Walker, who unfortunately is not in qualified anymore, so that's a shame there for Walker, isn't it? I'd like to know what happened to Walker. If anyone can give me any details, that'd be fantastic. As we've seen a Williams there who was parked. Oh my goodness me! Oh no! And both Williams have come to blows. And a Ghost, and I'm not sure what's happened, but Ghost there, as Glock has retired from the session. Ghost has got a 5-second penalty. I'm not even sure why he was parked there, but goodness me, then that's some problems there for the Williams pair. And oh dear, Ghost on this final race then. I'm not sure why he was parked there, as he had a problem now. I wonder if his controller turned off or something, or maybe his wheel. That's not good at all for Ghost, is it? And he's got 2 minutes to go, and that is also impeded Serious Mushroom. He's on the hard tire, Serious Mushroom is. So this he's got damage, hasn't he? Mushroom Mouse. That is going to be that's going to not be very good at all then. Glock saying I should have done a bit of practice. Well, I gotta say, Glock, I think you could just be enjoying yourself here tonight, as the work has been done for you, Glock, as he is of course the champion of silver. And fantastic stuff indeed then. Razor starting his lap now. Let's go on board the Ferrari drive then, as he goes over the curb then, and before coming up to turn 2 as well, as my mouth is getting very dry tonight, isn't it? I think I should have wet my whistle really before I came on air. I had a bit of Monster and a bit of Coke actually. There's been a lot of I've had a lot of fizzy drinks. Oh, it's Ghost is out of the qualifying session as well then. It has been an appalling couple of minutes there for Ghost, and he is on the cusp now as well. Dave is out on track, so is Jake the Slayer. We have lost Ghost, we have lost Walker, and Ghost is on the cusp as well then. This is not looking good at all, is it, for Ghost? And I feel that we might be seeing the end for Ghost then. He's also got a 5-place grid penalty as well for him and his teammate coming to blows, believe it or not. Goodness me, that's not good at all, is it? Razor there. Oh, look at that, he's lost a bit of momentum now though, hasn't he, Razor? And now he's coming into the castle section. I'm always holding onto the seat of my pants there as he goes through there. Fantastic, isn't it? And now then, as he comes out of the castle section as well then, we got a couple of yellow flags there fluttering in the final part now. As Glock saying Cookie uses auto gears, that's alien like. So it's I use auto gears, but I also got everything as auto for me, because otherwise I won't be able to start the car. As Razor coming through turn 16 as well then. Let's see what the Ferrari driver can do then. This is Razor's 19th race started tonight. Good stuff indeed there for Razor. He's only missed 2 races, the Ferrari driver, as he's been very good stuff indeed then. And and Grant is also joining the conversation as well then, and Fast and Lazy. I gotta say, that's like I think it's off Spyro, isn't it? When I think was it Doc Ock says brilliant but lazy. My goodness me, that is brilliant from Razor. Fantastic stuff indeed there, and he is second on the grid then. Lovely stuff indeed there. As I think that was who was that? Lost Souls. Oh, and he's also he's lost a bit of end plate there. No, so Lost Souls should be through as well then, but unfortunately that's not good at all. Jake has missed the line. He is out qualifying. Kingzo is also on the cusp as well. And let's see what Dave Shaw can do as he comes out of the turn 60, and he is full beans, and he's put his toe to the max then. And let's see what he can do as well then. And he is coming up to the line, and let's see about this right now. And DRS is going to be open. Look at this. Look at the meter edge. Now he's on DRS, and let's see if Dave can get through. His target time is a 1:40.7. He's through in the qualifying three. Fantastic for the man who's only started his second race in ALR Silver. My goodness me, fantastic stuff. Here comes FIFA. Oh, lovely shot as well. Then I got to say, if Kingdom wants that for his wallpaper, just watch a bit of the stream now, and just take a snapshot then as we got Grant saying, "Hello, babes. How's your Monday been?" I got to say, it's been pretty rubbish to be honest, but luckily I'm doing ALR Silver, so brilliant stuff indeed. Now FIFA is out of qualifying, unfortunately. There's still one more spot up for grabs as well. As now we're coming up to it. As we're now coming up to it, let's see what he can do then. And Kingdom then is now he's running out deployment. Let's see what he can do then. Is he going to sneak through? Indeed, he does. He does more than sneaks through. He is on the front position there. That's a proper like slam dunk, is it? Ghost. We've already got 9 cars through the qualifying 3 because Ghost, even though he's out of qualifying, is in 10th position. Fantastic stuff indeed. Then as we got a bit of rivalry once again between Granty and Glock, but I've got to say, it's a very heated rivalry now. They've been on track once, haven't they? Goodness gracious me! And of course, if you want to join in this rivalry, of course, I suggest you go and click on the stream as well on YouTube. Then, as I'm promoting the old, as I'm promoting this as well, because everyone loves a bit of controversy, everyone loves a bit of fire, don't they? As we got Dave at the moment, and he is through to qualify 3. Fantastic stuff there from Dave Shaw. Of course, he made his debut in France last time out. And he had a cracking old battle, didn't he, with his teammate? And I think who else was it? I think, was it the Alfa Romeos as well? I think it was, wasn't it? It was brilliant indeed, wasn't it? It really was indeed then. Anyway, as Darren is saying, the worst teammate ever. I think that he's not too amused with what happened there, is he? And that's because Sirius Mushroom is out of qualifying, Walker out of qualifying as well. So is Jake the Slayer, and I've missed the rest of them. But yeah, we're just on board. Dave Van Heeks is through into qualifying 3. Fantastic stuff there from Dave, really well done. And so, I'm not sure if it's banter or what there, but they have like little emojis at the end every time they message Glock and Granty. So I think it's just banter, isn't it? But my goodness me, it's getting very heated in the old comment section, isn't it? And a drop ass has just said, "You'll have to." Oh, I have you all. Wait and see. So it's getting very interesting indeed, then, isn't it? Also we got to go. We got Darren saying, "I'm going to enjoy the last race." We've lost Jake, we've lost Walker, Mushroom, FIFA, and VTOD are all out qualifying, and so is Ghost as well. And he's also got to take a 5-place grid penalty as well for Ghost. And we have got 9 cars into the top 10 shootout then, and we'll leave them to it, actually, I think, for the comment section, shall we? But I got to say, let me just plug you towards the YouTube stream now, because I got to say, it's very interesting reason, isn't it? Brilliant stuff, then. Anyway, then, and now we're getting into qualifying 3. We've only got 9 cars, then, for this final qualifying at the 2019 Formula 1 game, Season 3. Who is going to be on pole position? Can Glock get his 16th pole position of his season? Fantastic stuff. What about Lost Souls? Can he get his 4th pole position of his season? Brilliant, 17. And eat the cookie there, my goodness me. 2 races in gold. He has been on tip-top form, hasn't he? And there's a lot of overcast going on over there, isn't there? As we come out of the pits now, as a Trem has just said, unlucky Walker. We'll be asking what happened later, mate. As unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened to Walker there. He crashed on the inside turn 2. Very odd place to crash, isn't it? Really odd indeed. Then we have Glock has just said there's racing, and the Glock is in the wall. He's in the wall. That's not a good start at all there for Glock. Oh dear, then that's not good then. Glock is retired from the session, then, so Glock's 16 pole position is going to have to wait. And oh goodness me, then, and that is an absolute shocker there, isn't it? Goodness me. Now then we've also got Granty saying all the best, Williams as well. Of course, Granty a big of course he won the constructors for Williams last night, didn't he? And he's been a very big Williams fan, hasn't he? And now then, as we're just watching Poorly Orange there, who is on and out lap. I think he's the furthest car along. He is indeed Poorly Oranges. Poorly Oranges, I think that Poorly Oranges, he admitted to himself that his qualifying performance is probably not up to par with the his race performance. His race performance is scary, isn't it? It's like Jurassic Park, isn't it? Where you see the T-Rex and the Wingbirds, isn't it? He just keeps getting closer and closer, doesn't he? That's what Poorly Orange is like, and I think that's probably how his rivals feel as well, don't they? Anyway, Poorly Orange there is coming out of the final part of the corner as well. Turn number 15, and away he goes then as well. Then, so then here we go. Then Poorly Orange. Then he's only got 1 pole position so far to his name. Car 6 then coming out of turn 16 as well. He is on it now. Let's go on board now then with Paulie Orange, and let's see what we can do then. So yeah, rain is coming up very soon, and Glock is out of qualifying. We're down to 8 cars in this qualifying session, so it's gonna be bare bones, isn't it, this qualifying session? So hopefully they shouldn't trip over each other. I think this is the second longest racetrack on the F1 calendar, if I'm not very much mistaken. I probably am, to be honest, but I'm sure they're I'm sure that yeah, it's only Spa which is longer, isn't it? And now Paulie Orange then is starting on, and away he goes then as well then, and let's go then as he flies out of turn 2 as well. DRS, and there's 2 DRS zones around here on the pit straight and also on the back straight as well. As I said in the first part of this qualifying session, it's got very gloomy, hasn't it? And it is very gloomy as well. They're going to have to get the old headlights on in a minute, aren't they? And now coming into turn 4 as well then, look at us then, as he has taken a lot of steering angle as well, hasn't he? Now coming into the first sector, he's done a 34.729 there, good stuff indeed then. And he's coming out of the chicane as well. He comes up into the second part of the chicane as well. I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to the race as well. Glock is down in 9th position as well. Paulie Orange taking a lot of curve there, and might have also nearly invalidated his time there. Good stuff indeed then. And welcome to you all there just joining here tonight. Fantastic stuff indeed there. I reckon you're all joining just to see the old badge going on between Granty and Glock in the comment section, isn't you? But it's great to have you all here tonight. Really good stuff indeed there in the final race there for silver here in season 1 then. I think it's been an absolutely fantastic season. It really has indeed then. And I gotta say then, I've definitely worked my socks off this season. I'm not free commentating performances for ALR. Gosh me, goodness gracious me then. Of course, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday we've got one more race to go at ALR, which is bronze tomorrow night, and all those championships have been wrapped up as well, haven't they? Fantastic season there for Nude Potato, isn't it? Really good stuff indeed there. And now here comes Paulie Mushroom coming out to the line. He is currently fast. He's done a 38.4. Lovely stuff indeed then. What about Razor? Razor hugging the inside there. He goes second fast one. What about that McLaren in the background? He is on pole position at the moment there. Good stuff indeed there for Eat the Cookie. Very impressive. Very impressive to start us off then. I think Drofas is just in the second part of the lap as well. Kingdale is coming to the pits then. We got Alhan who's just finished off his lap as well. Let's see what Alhan can do. DRS is wide open. He goes third fast at the moment there in the Haas. Lovely stuff then indeed then. He's on the second row then. Indeed then is we've got Los Olos there just drifting over the curb. Oh, he's in the wall then as he damaged the car. I'm just having a look. There's no end plate that's been bouncing around there, so he is okay then indeed then. Drop fast coming out of turn 16 then, and he's now on the gas then right up until the end then. And you look at this then, you got Fred. It's like Fred and the eye of a needle is going for here as well. Run, wrong move, and you're going to be in the arm code. Remember, Jonathan was in the arm code quite heavily last. Yes, he wasn't, but remember he had damage, didn't he? Jonathan did, and he was on the back foot anyway. Jonathan was, but we look forward to what Jonathan can do next season. Drofas has gone on the second row. On second position on the front row of the grid there. 38 flat then. Lovely stuff indeed then. And what about Lost Souls? And Lost Souls been on pole position 3 times this season. He's only third fast at the moment. I'll say only third. From his high standards, he's only third then. But good stuff indeed then. As now we're just as Lost Souls, as I quickly look down and my name has been mentioned there, which is a bit worrying. Let's take a look then. It's Grant just saying I love your show there as well. As yeah, Grant's gone off to play some Warzone. Good stuff indeed then. As is that Darren says he's going to change his name now to Paulie Mushroom. Good stuff indeed then. Anyway then, as now then we are going into the final part of this qualifying session. You're down to the final 6 minutes then of the qualifying of 2019 season 3 of ALR, but it's all of course season 1 of silver then. And Razor coming in the pits as well then. Here comes Alhan who's also in the pits then, and we're still expecting rain, aren't we? So I'm wondering if anyone's going to go back out there as quickly as they can then. Eat the Cookie there is having a more leisurely drive back to the pits at the moment. And goodness me, I bet that's so scary, isn't it? Was he cruising down this very long back straight, isn't it? Goodness gracious me, these cars fly through here at full speed, don't they? And Eat the Cookie there is just cruising at the moment as he's coming back into the pits now then. And so the track is almost clear at the moment, and the rain then is still on the horizon, isn't it, from a Glock's point of view, and it is very murky over it as well. Of course, I did jinx it, didn't I? I did say earlier on that rain, they don't usually rain too often, does it, in the in the old in Baku. But my goodness me, it's thinking about raining tonight, isn't it? As Dan is saying, why not a serious orange, Darren? Also rich mushroom as well. Then as we're just I think they're throwing a lot of names out to Darren in the old comment section as well. Then, so if you see a new mushroom name next season, then it's Darren. Anyway, it's into the pits. There comes Lost Souls. We've got 5 minutes to go. Kingzo is out there straight away then, and he is going to be on a lap. Then he's currently 8th fastest at the moment there in the Toro Rosso. His teammate is on the front row of the grid at the moment. He is alongside Eat the Cookie. Fantastic stuff indeed there from Eat the Cookie. I'm a little disappointed, Riggs. I want to see Glock and Eat the Cookie go head to head, wheel to wheel. Oh, Kingzo has gone into the barrier not once but twice, and goodness me, he's damaged the end plate there on that Toro Rosso. That is going to really hurt his understeer there, isn't it? Very much so from the Toro Rosso. Oh goodness me, that's not good at all, is it? And oh dear, as yes, if the comments is absolutely alive at the moment, isn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed then. 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Let's take stock. On pole position, there's Eat the Cookie there. He has been on pole position then for the last three times he's appeared in an ALR race. In gold in France, in gold last night, and also in silver here tonight. The Cookie is the qualifying master. Oh, he is the Formula 1 not master, isn't he? Goodness gracious me, he's absolutely on top of the world, isn't he? Fantastic stuff indeed then. But unfortunately, Kingzone was not then. He has gone into the Armco, and he has damaged the end plate as well. Has he got enough time to come in and come back out? It's going to be very, very intense to say the least, isn't it? And now he's coming into turn number 15 then. And accelerating now as well then. Alhan in the pits, Razor and Dave is still in the pits as well. Dave has not set time, but Dave's getting through into qualifying 3 fantastically well, isn't he? And good stuff indeed there from the Renault driver. It's good to see Dave coming in, taking the ALR silver like a duck to water. Kingdom, look at this, the amount of hacksaw away he's got on the steering wheel as he has damaged the end plate. Is he just going to carry on, or is he coming in the pits? He's got 3.5 minutes to go. It looks like he is. Oh, there's rain. The rain has come. And oh goodness me, so poorly orange there is might be too late, mightn't it, for the guys who are on the outlet. Oh goodness me, this is going to get very intense indeed, isn't it? And now coming down the back straight as well then, and we've hit 100 comments, goodness me, we've hit 100 comments, fantastic stuff as it comes into turn number 3 as well then, for poorly orange, and accelerating away before coming into turn 4 as well. How much is this rain going to affect the grip? And also, it's also about the psyche of these drivers as well, isn't it? As we're now just on board with poorly orange, he's at 10th up in the first sector. That is not enough at the moment, no, is it, to get on pole position? But let's see what his second and final sector is at the moment. How hard is it going to rain? Is it going to be enough to cause anyone to not be able to go faster? Then I would say it's all about mental capacity as well, isn't it? You got to just got to pretend like the rain is not there, is it? Because you're just going to go slower, isn't you? Because of the loss of grip. And this is going to be good stuff indeed. Then he's dropping down the hill. Look at the rain, and it's not heavy at the moment. It's a bag on board with poorly orange. As I say, he's only had 1 pole position so far in silver, getting very close to that wall there out of turn 15. Very much inches, isn't it? It's a game of inches, as we said all season. Brilliant 17 there, coming out of turn 16. My goodness me, so close to the Tech Pro for the oranges. He wasn't even looking at it, I doubt it, whilst I was staring at it. Incredible, isn't it? And now then he is coming up to the line as well then. Let's see what he can do then. And his target time is a 37.706 then. Let's see what he can do then. He's coming up to the line now. He is second fastest there, and my goodness me, he's a whisker away there from Eat the Cookie, and that was almost his second pole position of his career. And there is still a lot of time on that track then, but is it too little too late there for Drop Fast? He's a 10th for a second down in the second sector. I know who's behind him. It's Lost Soul as well, formerly known as a 00. We're watching Drop Fast as well, and he is in third position, doing a cracking job at the moment, isn't he? In the Toro Rosso, lovely 17 there, coming out of the perilous turn 15 then, and a lot of steering wheel input there from Drop Fast then. That's not the quickest way, is it? Oh my goodness me, that's a good find. Second sector there, very, very close indeed then. As you can see, it's a very light rain, isn't it? And we have got everyone out on track. Dave is not out on track though. I'm wondering why Dave went out on track, because he would have had a fresh set of soft tires for getting into qualifying 3, wouldn't he? But that's a shame there for Dave, isn't it? Drop Fast is coming out to the line as well. DRS is open. He's ran out of Verso in the Toro Rosso. He comes over the grid hatchets, and he is 10th for a second down the end, unfortunately. And we've also got Lost Souls there. Wow, he has moved up into the front row. Fantastic time there. What about Cookie? Cookie, is he improving? And he has improved. 37.478 there. My goodness me, this man is absolutely incredible, isn't he? King's Zone there apparently still on an outlap. He's damaged the car, hasn't he? But I think he's just trying to get a timing because he'll move up a position there if he gets a timing, won't he? And now then we're coming up to the final. We're coming up to the line as well. Then let's see what King's Zone can do. Is this going to be a time? Well, now he's starting to lap again. Then with did he come? He did come in the pits. I'm speaking absolute rubbish there. Just don't listen to me then. As Razor is now finished for the session. Then is anyone else? I think it's Poorly Orange going again. Then we're on board. Poorly Orange. No, he's coming in the pits as well. So I think this is it. Then it's all about King's Zone as well. The checker flag has dropped. The checker flag has fallen. And let's see what King's Zone can do there as he comes into the first sector as well. There's a car just in front of us. I think it's a Haas, isn't it? It's Alhan, I believe. And Alhan is on an in lap, so he should get out of the way of King's Zone. We're on board King's Zone right now. Then, of course, King's Zone has been in every single race then in silver. So fantastic performance here from King's Zone. Really well done indeed. Then, and he is, I think, he's the most experienced driver in silver, isn't he? With 21 race starts, so fantastic stuff from King's Zone. Really good stuff indeed there. And he is coming through the castle section as well. Then lovely, the way he navigated that castle section was absolutely pristine. It really was, wasn't it? Out of the castle section as well. Then and now dropping down the hill. Then as we're coming into turn 15. That's the next time he's going to hit the brakes. And there it is as well. Look at this, how much the track falls away from you. And oh, very close to the wall. Then, and I gotta say, I wish I was off board with that because that was fantastic, wasn't it? Out of turn number 16 as well. Then on the curve. Then and now he is giving it full throttle. Then going up to the line there as well. The light rain has. Oh my goodness, wait, that was a McLaren there. I didn't even see that McLaren. King's Zone reactions like a cat. Fantastic stuff. Then he goes up to the line. Then he has got deployment left. Then his target times of 3:93. Can he improve from that? Let's see then. And it might be a good time. It's good enough for 6. Well done to King's Zone. Great time indeed there. And he is 6 on the grid then. And this is good news for the Toro Rosso boys who are battling away with the Haas team for second position there in the Constructors' Championship as well. Cookie in his first silver race is on pole position there, and he is absolutely dominating the qualifying performances at the moment, isn't he? He's doing a fantastic job, Cookie is. Really well done, indeed. And he comes over the grid Hutchins as well, and stopping on the line there, and I think he's about to have an interview, isn't he? It was like what they normally do in the real world of Formula 1. So well done to the Cookie then on pole position for the first time in his career in ALR Silver. So fantastic stuff indeed there from Cookie. And the end of qualifying 3 then, Cookie is on pole position there by 3/10 of a second then. Second position is Lost Souls. A great lap from Lost Souls and Poorly Orange in third position as well. This is shaped up to be a fantastic race event, hasn't it? Really good stuff indeed then. Drofas in a fourth position. Lovely stuff for Drofas as he is trying to confirm second position in the Drivers' Championship here tonight. Alhan in fifth position. King's Zone is 6th there with Razor 7th. Dave in 8th position and Glock who unfortunately hit the barrier and then retired, didn't he? And that is a shame there, isn't it, for Glock as well. Then of course the champion, isn't he? He won it back in round 15 in Spain, hasn't he, Glock? As that was a fantastic race win. He hasn't won actually since clinching the championship. Glock hasn't. So remember, Hamilton had a similar issue like that, didn't he? When every time he won the championship, he struggled to win a couple of races after, didn't he? In that same season. So Glock might have just took his foot off the accelerator, hasn't he, for the final stage of the season? But my goodness me, then. He's had 11 race wins this season, 15 pole positions, 12 podiums, and 11 fast laps. That means he's had 11 Grand Slams as well, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff there from Glock. Absolutely record-breaking season. He's been phenomenal, hasn't he? It's going to be tough for anyone to really break those kind of numbers, isn't it? Even albeit we do have an extra race next season, don't we? With of course, so going to Holland before going to Vietnam as well. Fantastic stuff indeed. There, the 2 new tracks then, and there'll be 22 races next season. And even if Glock does. Glock technically was won half of his races, didn't he? In terms of he's won 11 this season. Anyway, we're going on the formation. We got 20 cars around Baku here tonight, and we got some big names out position as well. Let's go for the grid, shall we? From front to back, then, from pole position to 20th on the grid, and we got a couple of fast men mixed in this grid as well. So this is going to be a tough old race for a lot of drivers out there as well. Cookie on pole position there for the first time in silver. That's his third pole position in 3 ALR races. 2 in gold and now 1 in silver. Lost Souls alongside of it. Lost Souls had 3 pole positions this season, I think. Unfortunately, he's not going to add to his account until next season now. Poorly Orange in 3rd position there in the Mercedes on the hard tire, so that is going to be interesting, isn't it? In the fourth position is a drop fast there in the Toro Rosso. The last time we're going to be calling on the Toro Rosso in silver, and he is in fourth position. Alhan is in fifth position as well. Kingdom is in sixth position. He is the first man on the soft tires, along with Razor in seventh and Dave in eighth position. And those three men are going to be lightly quick off the line there. Sixth, seventh, eighth position. Watch those guys fly then. Good stuff indeed then. In ninth position then, in ninth position is a Glock. Then he, of course, the champion, as we mentioned there in the statistics, hasn't won a race since since becoming champion. 10th position there is Glock. 10th position is a V-Top. Then FIFA Beefy just outside the points in 11th position as it stands at the moment. 12th position is a Serious Mushroom there on the hard shot Williams. Good stuff indeed. Then Walker in 13th position. We're not sure what happened to Walker. He had some issues, didn't he, in qualifying. Jake the Slayer in 14th position with a Ghost Recon in 15th there. 105 plays grid penalty for his misdemeanors in turn 2. Jake Wilson is in 16th position and he's flying through the field, isn't he? Goodness me, I think he's just getting practicing. Iceman on the soft tires in 17th position. Let's see what he can do. Can he have a good end to the season there? I'm loving that helmet there. Very much a monster vibe there, isn't it? And I do love a good monster. 18th position there is Guna there. He is in 18th position there in the Haas, and Flea is in 19th position as well, as he had some issues in qualifying. And Murphy, who had issues with the headphones there, is down in 20th position. He couldn't hear the gear shifts, could he, in the Red Bull? So he's got a lot of overtaking to do, and that is the grid then. Let me get in position then, because I feel that I need to get in position, because this is going to be a almighty race indeed then, as we're now then coming up then to start this race as well. Look at the heat haze coming off of the blacktop, off the tarmac here, as the cars are peeling over to the right hand side, as we're looking at them now, as they do not want to get any dirt on those tires, do they? We've got 26 laps for the final time. We're waiting for the lights here in silver then, as our adventure for season 1 of silver is coming to an end then, and it's such a shame, as all good things must come to an end then, as we are waiting for those 5 lights, and when they come on we'll be going green here in Baku then. There they are then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a pause, and we are go! And it's a good start. Oh, a lot of wheel spin there, but still a good start there for me. The cookie there. Lost Souls on the long side. I've got it through, and there's contact. And Lost Souls getting very squirrely and almost pinching Paulie Orange. And that has left Draw Fast going up into third position. Very tight there as well. You don't want to take too much curve there as well. And the virtual safety cars. We've got some shenanigans at the back there. And a severe collision is, oh goodness me, there's a lot of severe collisions going on. Virtual safety car. And Gooner dropping down a position as well then. And not sure what the virtual safety car is for, really, because they're all pointing in the right direction still. Goodness me, unless I've missed something, which is I gotta say can be which is very likely indeed then. I gotta say Lost Souls are really aggressive going into turn 1, was he wanted to take that position, but either cookie there was not intimidated one iota. Excuse me. There, that was much better. I gotta say Paulie Orange are very close not to go into the barrier, wasn't he? He was getting pinched, wasn't he, as Lost Souls was coming across there. Very scary indeed there from Paulie Orange's point of view there, but he kept it going there. Drofas almost took advantage there and got into third position there, but he's going to be settling in fourth now as well. Kingdom moving over to fifth. Fantastic stuff. We're back racing, and now as we go for the castle section for the first time as well. Then David's there in ninth position there as well. We've got Glock in 10th then. Oh, and that's a McLaren, and McLaren's gone off in the castle section as well. It's the Williams there is taking a phase of action, and look, oh, we've got contact again, dancing the wall. They're looking at all, there's a big old smash there, and oh dear then, and look at this. It's V-Todd is just trying to get himself out there. We've also got Williams there, who's also points the wrong way around as well. And I'm surprised I had a safety car, really, as they've all come to blows there in the castle section. Goodness gracious me, then damage on the McLaren, damage on the Williams as well then. And we're going through the complete lap 1 then. Eat the Cookie leads there. 1.5 seconds in front of Lost Souls in second position. We've also got Paulie Orange. It's in third position there, but Draw Fast is really gaining at the moment, isn't he? Look at this, the lap 1 completed. And the gap is 1.5 seconds. And then look at Draw Fast. He's going to go on the inside of Paulie Orange, is he? He takes third position, or does he? And Paulie Orange is on the outside. Goodness me there. And that's twice now in 2 laps. So the Paulie Orange there has been hung out to dry in turn 1. Draw Fast up in the third position. Paulie Orange is fourth. Kingdom is in fifth as well. We got to Wilson, who is coming into the pits as well then for the Mercedes. And I'm sure he had a couple of 5-second penalties as well. He might have a couple of other drivers coming in the pits there. And Glock is now in the 9th position. And so Glock is coming back through the field then after having some issues in qualifying 3, unfortunately for Glock. So then he's going to have a tough old race, isn't he? Trying to get through the field. It is quite, I can't say it's quite easy to overtake, isn't it? On the back straight, and Poor Orange has got some real struggling with the pace, and Kingdom's got the outside. Just a fantastic maneuver there from Kingdom. Brilliantly well done indeed there. Brilliant stuff there for Kingdom. And my goodness me then, that is a great overtake there for Kingdom. And I absolutely love that. That was fantastic. Poor Orange is struggling at this stage of the race, isn't he? He has got no pace whatsoever on those hard tyres. I think they're struggling to just warm up, isn't they? Lovely over the shoulder shot from Alhan here. Alhan at the moment in the Haas, and the race tyres are 1.5 seconds away at the moment, isn't he? In the Ferrari in 7th position, but doing a good job so far. We've also got Glock, who is keeping FIFA beefy company, isn't he? So he comes flying down then the final part of the lap as well. And we're on board then. You can have some almighty shunts down here as well, can you? FIFA beefy's going too hot there. He's damaged the end plate. And we've also got rid of that, just kissing the arm coat barrier as well. FIFA, and look at Glock simon down the inside there, passes Beefy, and it's up into 8th position. Lovely stuff indeed then. Now is FIFA, he's got to be careful. Remember, Jonathan had a big old smasher last night because of the understeer, and look at FIFA, look at how much he is turning there, and the car is just not turning. It's the goodness me then. And Cookie there's now 2.5 seconds in front of Lost Souls. Drop fast in a fair position there. Poorly Orange is in 5th, and Kingdom is in 4th, and Alhan is very close to the back at the moment. Poorly Orange, he does not have a look then, and they're coming through there to complete up through. David's in the pits then. Walker's also in the pits as well, and we've got Serious Mush. We've got a lot of pit action right from the get-go here. Dan is in 50th position as well. We've got Jake the Slayer also down there as well. Poorly Orange then is now starting to find his feet, I think, as he is now going on the inside of Kingdom. It's very difficult to overtake through there, isn't it? Of course, so you're always going to get pinched there, aren't you? Pit lane, so into the pits comes Serious Mercer, Walker and Dave, and Dave is on the hard tyres, medium tyres for Serious and for Walker then. So expected to come back in the pits later on as well. So I'm trying to take up. Oh, Poorly Orange is going a bit wide there in the chicane. And Poorly Orange, very unusually, is really struggling for pace around here, isn't he? Poorly Orange is in the Mercedes, and so yeah, at the moment, and he is dropping off the back of Kingzo. Remember, Kingzo is on the soft tires, and the front three are on the medium tires at the moment. So it might just be about warm up on those hard tires. So do not get Poorly Orange fans, don't get too worried. Wilson has got Pie Dave as well. So Wilson moving himself up into 30th position. Dave dropping down to 14th position at the moment, and Glock is all over the back of Razor as we got Noondoes. Oh my goodness me, that's a fantastic maneuver. Glock there, bravery. He's up the inside, he passes Razor and moves up into a fabulous 7th position there. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Absolutely great stuff then. And now as they accelerate away, and all the guys in the comments are asking if there's any crashes. It's got we had a virtual safety car. I think it got a bit bunched up in the first couple of corners there, but yeah, I don't really know why you had a virtual safety car. I think the virtual safety car just I think it's a bit overreaction there. Poorly Orange has found his feet. He's up the inside. He passes Kingdom, but Kingdom is breaking much there. Going on the outside. Brilliant stuff from Kingdom there. He is not going to be an easy cookie to crack, is he? And or to crumble, is he? But talking to Cookies at 4.5 seconds. Cookie is extending his advantage quite quickly in this stage of proceedings, isn't he? Good stuff indeed then. And now then is Poorly Orange there. It's now gaining on the back of Kingzo as well as they're coming down into turn number 3 then, and Kingzo is still in there about at the moment. I had a bit of sweat there driven down my back. Goodness me, I've got to say I'm very wet tonight, very wet indeed then, and they're coming into turn 5 and 6 then as well. Kingzo at the moment is leaning Poorly Orange with our hand 4 tenths of a second away. Then we got a bit of a queue form behind there as well, and who was that? That was a very quick flash of a yellow nose cone. That was the Red Bull of Glock. So here he comes, and Glock is on the prowl then, and this is going to get very interesting indeed, isn't it? Can Glock then get through these 4 cars? Look at that, 3 cars. Glock is almost onto the back of these guys already. That man has got some monstrous pace at the moment, isn't he? And it's going to be very interesting to see where he can do then in this race. I wonder if those soft tires are now starting to really fall off the cliff then at Kingzo. Those soft tires didn't last too long last night either, did they? I think it was about 3, 4, 5 laps, wasn't it, before they had to come into the pits then. And now then it's to come into turn number 16 as well. Sorry, I've got a dry throat. I've got a bit of a cottony mouth tonight, haven't I? Goodness me. Anyway, then there's Kingdom there. We're on board, back on board with Poorly Orange as well then. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. There's look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 cars at a line on stern at the moment. And now then once again is Kingdom is now feeling the need to defend as he comes in the pits. No, it's also Poorly Orange is going on the outside there as he comes into turn 1. He might already be through there. Remember how good Kingdom is on the brakes there, but I think this job done. And FIFA is now in position as well. Razor's coming to the pits then. Glock is just and Glock has got by Alhan. Was that a bit of a team play there, even though albeit they're not in the same team there? I think Alhan's a very sensible driver, isn't he? Remember Paul the Rest when he was in the Force India, he didn't fight people too hard because he knew that wasn't his battle. And I wonder if Alhan has done the same now, perhaps. It's very new to take anyone between 1 and 2, but maybe Glock just has so much more purchase on those medium tires, but they are very but they are the same age, so I'll be surprised there if Alhan got caught up in turn 1 then. But anyway, you see there's Paulie Orange, and now King's Home is being hounded now by the Red Bull of Glock here then. And we've also got Murphy, who's now on the back of Dave as well, as they are 14th and 15th for the moment. Murphy, like last night, is having to come through the field, isn't he? I know they're coming into the Tricastle section as well, and of course we had a big old smash there, didn't we, with V-Todd, and I think it was Flea also pointing the wrong way as well. We also had the Williams in there. And King's Home has got that one, and I think Alhan got very squirrely, didn't he? And now Glock is on the inside. Oh my goodness me! Wow, that was incredible. He was out of control, and how did he keep that? Oh my goodness gracious me! And Glock there just going to the inside there. Oh my gosh, that was fantastic, wasn't it? I thought he was going to be a big airplane crash there, but my goodness me, it wasn't. Glock is through. He's having the 5th position there. Very scary stuff indeed then. And I've got to say, a mere mortal like myself would have been absolutely, I've got to say, I would have had to change my overalls there. So King's Home then is still out there. He's still hanging on to those soft tires, isn't he? That's a very late call for the Toro Rosso, team to come in the pits, and he slows down then to the pit lane speed limiter, and he's in the pits now. And we've also got Wilson then, who is also got by Davis. Davis dropping down the order slightly, but can he now get him on DRS? And Dave in 15th, Wilson in 14th position, and Murphy in 13th position. Murphy trying to come back through the field as well. Now then we're coming through then, and coming through the start-finish side as well. And let's see what Dave can do. I'm just having a look at the old comments there, as I'm a bit behind at the moment. And look at Dave, and he's going to go side by side with Wilson. Remember, they're on different tyre compounds then, and Dave are doing a good job on the hard tyres, isn't he? Very good stuff indeed then. And Wilson is Wilson's in the pits. There's that problem for the Mercedes driver. He's in the pits already. Wilson is, and then he has to slow down to the pit lane speed limiter as well. And that's quite surprised. They haven't been on the medium tyres out for 4 laps, but he's changing the nose cone on that Mercedes and that's not good at all then. So he's going to be coming out in just a minute, but that is going to drop him right to the back of the field. My goodness me. Poorly Orange there is now getting hounded by I've got to swallow there. I've got to move my tongue out of the way. And Paulie Orange there is now under siege. Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's one of the Ferraris. Who is it? It's Flea. Flea has had some problems there. He's damaged the wing, and he's more than damaged it. He's ripped off the nose, ripped off the wing there, hasn't he? In car 13. So Flea having a bit of a painful day out there, isn't he? Glock is now gaining on Paulie Orange as well. Paulie Orange seems to have got the out-and-out pace here. It's not Glock seems to have, hasn't he? Remember, he started 9th on the grid. He is now up to 5th then after 7 laps. And lovely shot here from Airborne as well. I'm loving that. Fantastic. Now we're on the side pod there. As you can see then, the steering wheel almost to the left hand side as well. Glock there and twitched a bit then. And look at how quickly he's gained on Paulie Orange. Remember, Paulie Orange is no slouch, is he? But my goodness me, Glock is on fire tonight, isn't he? He wants to put right the wrongs of him not winning since Spain there back in round 15. That's the this is the longest time Glock has ever got. Oh, it's Iceman's got a 5-second penalty for ignoring the pit lane speed limit as well, which is the same. And now Glock is up the inside, and he passes Paulie Orange. Paulie Orange has gone on the outside. He kept it going on the outside. He hit the wall there, Paulie Orange did, but I think, oh my goodness me, they're close. Paulie Orange is left to through in the end there, and now Alhan is also trying to get through as well. Very close indeed then, but Glock is through. He is up into 4th position. Fantastic driving there from Glock, the champion as well. Good stuff indeed then. And Paulie Orange is really strong at the moment, isn't he? As we're just watching a Ghost then, who is just got through past Gunnar. Gunnar driving down to 16th position in the Haas. And of course, Gunnar was a late call up tonight, and he is as a Flea there. It's just ricocheting off the barrier as well. Then as he has got no wing at the moment, hasn't he? So Paulie Orange has dropped behind Glock here. Let's see what's going to happen now. Paulie Orange is on the longer strategy here with Glock at the moment, and he will have DRS there coming out of turn 16 there. If he can keep it close enough, and look at this, he is changing the steering the settings on the steering wheel there. Is he going to have another go at Glock then going into the steering wheel? I've really enjoyed these two battling away. It's been fantastic. I remember in Abu Dhabi we was robbed of that battle, wasn't we? And we've also was robbed of the battle here in USA as well. We've had some fantastic stuff indeed there. And now we're coming up into the start finish though as well. We're waiting for DRS. I think he's too far back, isn't he? You can see there's Glock hasn't got DRS. Alhan's got DRS in the background as well. As they coming over the grid hatch as well. We're on lap 8 then out of 28 here then, and I've got to say, it's been a fantastic race so far. My goodness me. Eat the Cookies now 9 seconds in front, and he's just pulling away, isn't he? My goodness me, he is a monster, just like I said last night. He's definitely the Cookie monster, isn't he? Wow, incredible stuff indeed then. Milan has just asked, what do I need to do to compete in this league then? I suggest you go to our website, which is www.advancedleagueracing.com then, and in there's a form where you could submit, and of course, and then you'll get in touch then with the lead admin there. So so it's www.advancedleagueracing.com, and of course a little bit of a plug there to our website as well. Then good stuff indeed. Then anyway, then we're now in the lap 8. Then as you can see, there's a lovely shot there from Paulie Orange. You're looking down into the Mercedes cockpit there. That's a fantastic shot. It really is. Coming through the castle section as well. Glock there is now a second in front. Doesn't look like a second, does it? It's like Constantine up out of the castle section, but yeah, it is a second, isn't it? Paulie Orange, I'm surprised that it's Paulie Orange's pace here, isn't he? Because there's remember when he first joined the league there, I think he was kind of more he wasn't on the pace right from the get-go, was he? But he's shown in the last 4 or 5 races. Remember, he's won the last 3 races, and in the last 5 races, he's won 4 of the last 5. He's been brilliant, Paulie Orange. It's really fantastic, and that's why he's in 4th position as it stands at the moment then. And now he's the second. He's outside of DRS zone, so we'll leave him to it then. One man who is very much getting in the DRS zone is these guys here. We got Walker, we got Serious Mushroom. I think we got a shot of a Ferrari as well. I think it was Razor in front of us as well. We're on board Serious Mushroom. He is just he's done 5 laps on these medium compound tires then. And oh no! Unfortunately, Serious Mushroom now getting on the loud pedal too much there, and almost going into the wall then. But good save there from the Williams driver. Unfortunately, though, he is almost out of DRS zone. Is he gonna? He's still gonna be. No, yet he's not in DRS anymore. Is he? He has dropped out of it. One man who is in DRS is actually Alhan, and he's on the back straight there, so he's not gonna be. He's gonna run out straight there, isn't he? In the Haas, but he's definitely looking. He's definitely the stronger driver at the moment, isn't he? Those hard tires struggling to fire up, or is it just Paulie Orange's pace out there? It's interesting, isn't it? At this stage of the proceedings then as well. We've also got Ghost Harris coming onto the back of Dave as well. Dave's having a great qualifying performance, but unfortunately in the race he's dropped down into 14th at the moment, and Dan has also made his way up into 13th position as well. He's the meat in the Renault sandwich at the moment. Dan is in 13th position. Remember, he started on the back of the grid after having problems with his headphones there, which is really unfortunate as well, isn't it? As we're on board then, as Gunnar's in the pits, and we're on board there with Gunnar's teammate at the moment. Yellow flag as Walker's gone. Walker is gone then, and he's gone straight on then. That's a big old smash there for the Alfa Romeo. We've got a virtual safety car, and this is going to help. This is going to help the likes of Gunnar, isn't it? And Jake the Slayer is also in the pits as well. So Gunnar then is changing. Oh, that's a very slow Haas pit stop that is. And they're changing the nose cone. He's coming out of the pits now, and he's on the hard compound tires. As Milan said, I did send a registration. Good man, Mulan. Good luck, Milan, as well. Good stuff indeed. And hopefully someone will be with you in the not too distant future. Of course, this is the final race of the season. This is yellow flag. I'm sorry, DRS has been enabled in because the VSC is back in, and we're back green here in Azerbaijan. Of course, as I was saying, Milan, we are at the final. Oh, so we've got pit stop strategies happening there. The Cookie is in the pits, and Glock is staying out. Then let's look at this. Look left. There is the Cookie. He's coming out of the pits now. Then Glock is just behind him. He's 0.8 of a second back at the moment there, and that is the deficit, isn't it, between Glock and the Cookie there? As Glock has been navigating his way through the. Oh, Alhan has just gone to wall there. Has he damaged the end plate? Let's take a look. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't indeed. Then just going back to Milan there. Yes, of course. This is the end. This is the final race of the season. But of course, if your registration's been thrown in, then you will definitely we'll get back to you fairly soon indeed. Then for next season, at least. And of course, we've got a 3-week break now, haven't we? But of course, there is an ALR event, isn't there, over the summer? And look at this, now Ghost is already doing 40, but he passes Dave, and he is through. And I'm in the 30 for this. Of course, Ghost on the soft tires, Dave is on the hard tire, isn't he? And oh, he's coming in the pits, David. So I think there's damage on that Renault, or it's the hard tires just not performing the way they should be. FIFA is now also on the back of Which might as well. There's action all the way up and down the field at the moment. It's fantastic, isn't it? We've got 16 laps to go of Silver then, of course, as the final countdown is on to the end of season here in Silver. And it's been a stellar season indeed, hasn't it? Of course, it has been dominated by Glock, but there's also been some fine... It's also been about the midfield as well, hasn't it? It's been midfield madness, hasn't it? Been a bit like Formula E, hasn't it, in the midfield? Anyone could have emerged from the midfield, but it was all about Drofas and Alhan and their incredible consistency, hasn't it, throughout the season. That's why they're getting promoted to gold then, because they've been absolutely formidable, haven't they, in that midfield there, and just again around the carnage, haven't they? And they've done a great job indeed then, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the performances are next season are going to be the likes of V Todd for one. I'm a big fan of V Todd, and I think he's had some very difficult times at Kingdom as well. I'm looking forward to see what Kingdom could do next season. There is some big names in this league next season then, and it's very much wide open now with a Glock getting promoted, isn't it? Because there was rumblings in pre-season how powerful Glock was and how incredibly quick he was indeed then. But I think next season is going to be very much wide open, isn't it? And we're on board with Glock's team at the moment, which is Dan Murphy once again riding the Red Bull, and this is his third appearance in that Silver, and he's doing a cracking job as well. And now then he has got DRS on that FIFA Beefy. That's what half a second looks like. It's at about 200 miles an hour going down the streets of Baku. It's fantastic. He's pulling out to the slipstream there. Is he going to get by FIFA? He does. He's up the inside, passes down from Rail. He's gone in slightly wide then, and that's allowed FIFA to go up and under. He's going for the cutback. He's going for the switch back into turn 2. Job done there from Murphy. He is now one place outside of the point set. Remember, Red Bull have already won the constructors then, so basically Red Bull have already done their job, haven't they? And now he's coming down the back straight. It's going to be FIFA's having a look. He's going to have a look down to turn 3. Not quite then, as FIFA backed out of that one, didn't he? That door was ever going to close then, wasn't it? And yeah, that door's ever going to close then, as so Dan is now a second away from the point set. We got Wilson there, who is also trying to come back through the field as well. He's in 14th position. He is 6/10 of a second away from Ghost, but there's a huge half a minute gap between the Ghost and FIFA. That is a mammoth gap to close up. I think these guys might be hoping for a safety car of some kind in the not too distant future. Drop Fast is staying out there on the as the cookies, so the fast up race is going up the inside. He passes, does it? Drop Fast? No, because Drop Fast is not waving him through. So we've got a lapped car in front as well. Paulie Orange there as Glock is in the pits. Glock's in the pits. What's going on for Glock? He is he's rolling the dice here. He's going on the hard tires. Glock is this is interesting. So Glock there is going on the hard tires, and he is going on to the hard tires to the end of the race now. And it's of course he hasn't pitted yet, has he? That's why I feel I got a bit confused there, didn't I? But Glock is out of the pits now, and he should be going to the end of the race. And he is sort of behind Lost Souls at the moment, and Lost Souls was in net second position there. So Glock is going to be in the net third position. That has shown his pace here tonight. It's been absolutely electric. It really has, hasn't it? Good stuff indeed. Eat the Cookie is losing a bit of time here. Now we've got Dan Murphy. I apologise. I'm flicking left, right, and centre. Dan is up to 10th position there. It's Iceman. It's got another 5-second penalty. He just can't slow the car down coming in the pits. And I wonder if there's a problem there with the configuration. He's also has to change the nose cone, and he's got another 5-second penalty, hasn't he, for his first misdemeanor in the pits. And so that's unfortunate there for Iceman, and also change the nose cone as well. So the Renault driver is going to be dropping down the order like a stone here. Eat the Cookie as we got yellow flags as that's a Ferrari off. As who is it? It's Razor is gone. Razor is gone. That's a big old smash. It's gone straight on there, and that's I think it's a yellow flag in sector 1. Then it's going to be a safety car. I'm just waiting for it. No, it's okay, as the Ferrari has been recovered. But Razor in the points is out of the race now, and that's a shame there for the Ferrari then. And Eat the Cookie is through. He takes the lead then. Drofas is coming in the pits, but it looks then he is indeed then. Cookie takes the lead then of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Fantastic there from Eat the Cookie. He has been in a league of one, hasn't he? Remember last night he was quite quick then, wasn't he? But I think that tonight he's got a much bigger advantage, hasn't he? And I'm sure it's shut up for the inside there of Cookie of Paulie Orange there, but I'm just seeing things as Paulie Orange there is going for the long game, isn't he? And now it's a drop fast as, oh my goodness me then, and look at this, and it's these two are battling wheel to wheels in between Glock and Lost Souls. These two have come to blows in Canada, and they're coming to the race as well, and oh my goodness me, they've come to blows again. Oh no. And Lost Souls and Glock there coming to blows, and oh dear, and these guys cannot seem to, and Lost Souls hasn't got damage there. Glock has got a huge amount of damage, and he is the Red Bull driver there there. What a shame there for Glock. And I feel that Los Santos just didn't want to give that one up, did he? My goodness me, and Glock there, who was might have been on course there for possibly a podium here at least. And what a shame there for Glock. He's having some pace around here. We're halfway through this Azerbaijan race, the final race of the 2019 season of Silverden, as a Ghost has left the session, but he's still in the race. So Ghost might need to have to get back in his car, as we're just watching Glock then, and he is trying to get himself back to the pits as well, isn't he? So that's such a shame for Glock, isn't it? And Los Santos hasn't even got damage either, has he? So Drofast is now over to third position there. Doing a good job, Drofast. Is a very strong end of season drive here, isn't he? And that shows his consistency, isn't he? He's megally quick, isn't he? We got Los Santos in fourth position as well. Alhan in fifth position here. A lot of strong performances here tonight, isn't it? For the two men who's also been promoted to gold as well. Hats off for those guys. Really well done indeed. Then Glock is now just coming down the hill. Then look at that. He's lost a lot of end plate there. I think he's going to have to go. He's going to be going on the medium tires, so he's going to be on the same strategy now. As Ghost is back in the session then, and Port Orange there is to change those tires. He's coming out of the pits now. It's a Lost Souls then, who hasn't got damage at all. When him and Glock came together, he's a very lucky boy. Oh, he has got damage. He has got damage there, and he's going to have to drive around that. So he's going to have a lot of understeer there. Port Orange has emerged over the third position there. Now it's me saying that he hasn't got any pace. Goodness me, I don't know anything. Into the pits there comes Glock. Then he's only done one lap on these hard tires, and that is not what Glock wants to do. Not Glock wanted to have here, was it? As Ghost is saying, I hate this race, I hate this game now. As a Ghost there is having he's in 12th position at the moment now, so he's still got just over halfway through this race to maybe get some points there in the Williams end. But he's having a difficult race as well. Glock has just said awful as him and Los Santos did come to blows there. It wasn't the prettiest of incidents, was it? And out of the pits there he comes in, but Glock then is now on the medium tires and he should be going to the end now, but I think he's almost lost a net third position there, and possibly even higher as well. So what a shame there is that Jake Wilson is got by. Oh, has he? Because look at this, he's on the outside there of Ghost, and then look at how much more purchase Wilson's got there. As Ghost there is on the he's only just got back in his car there, so which is why then this I think Wilson's got by there perhaps. Then Vito on the background 3 seconds away at the moment then, and now then Wilson is feeling the proud of Ghost, and he's feeling the white chill, and there he is, he's up the inside. Ghost is through. As Jake going to go up the inside then. No, he's going to try and go on the outside. Oh, that gap was ever going to close there. And oh, well, no, Ghost, I think that is Ghost there, is now unfortunately a horrible exit there. But he's down back on the inside. Oh, goodness me, they're going to crash. They have crashed, and they're into the wall. Ghost is into the wall, and he has damaged the end plate there. And the Ghost's miserable race is just getting worse and worse now, isn't he? And almost going into the back of the Mercedes there as well. As what a shame there for Ghost then, and how he's going to have a lot of understeer now, isn't he? But he's still keeping up with Wilson. Oh no! And he's got it to the inside there of Wilson, as it's getting very feisty there at the moment, isn't he? And I think that's a bit of rage there from Ghost as well, as we just heard him. He's not having a great old time here in this track there. He's down at the inside, that's contact again, he's in the wall, as oh dear. And V Todd there, I think he's going to be happy that there's some fisticuffs going on there. Anyway, we'll leave him to it, shall we? Glock then is out in 10th position. The yellow flags is fluttering. So I think we got a racing point, have we? He's that is the Slayer there, who's having a couple of issues there in the other racing point, in the 12th position I think he is. Anyway, coming back to this battle here, and hopefully they've sorted their differences out there, because now then there's V-Todd there is just flying through, isn't he? Look at him. I think he's just I think he's kind of while some two is having their own battle, V-Todd is just kind of driven up behind him and taken him. Lovely stuff indeed. Then Glock is now all over the back of Serious Musher in 9th position. He's done soft tires at the moment, and that'll go get him to the end, isn't it? 'Cause he's got another 10 laps to go. Those soft tires don't really last longer than about 6, 7, 8 laps, do they? So I think Serious Musher might be able to go for another stop and potentially go on some more soft tires. Iceman is only 12 seconds away actually from the points there. Good stuff indeed there from Iceman, and Serious Musher could potentially still get some good points as well, potentially with those soft tires then. But he's got Glock behind him, the champion of silver there, who's trying to have a recovery drive once again then. As Wilson's asked, what on earth is a Ghost doing there? As unfortunately there is they both cut the blows there as well. And so we've had a couple of very interesting laps here in Azerbaijan, haven't we? I gotta say, you wouldn't feel that there is not a lot on the line here tonight, albeit there is the battle for second and third. Then Toro Rosso could potentially steal second position. At the moment, they're on prime time to get that second position, if my maths is correct then, but of course you have to bear with me on that. On board Glock, then of course he is already the champion, and he is now gaining on Serious Mushroom. And Serious Mushroom has got a lot of pace in that, Williams, hasn't he? But here comes Glock, then he's less than 2/10 of a second away. Then that time is now it's less than 10th of a second, and now he's alongside him. He is through on the 9th position. Flea is out of the race, and Glock has set the fastest of the race. Flea is out, he is done, and that is a shame. Then so the Ferrari driver's out of the race. He's come to pits, he's retired. That's both Ferraris out, and really a miserable end there to the Ferrari season. And unfortunately for the silver team in Ferrari, so that's a shame. Then Ghost then is now coming back at V-Top then, and here they are then. Lovely shot here, V-Top then really struggling in a straight line, isn't he? Which is probably why he's been so far down, isn't it? Because you need to compromise the high downforce with, oh my goodness me, V-Top there almost going into the wall in turn one. You need to compromise that, don't you? The straight line speed along with having good turning angle and stability, stable car. No, Gunnar now is Gunnar and David Ghost then, because I think in the background there is the race leader, and that is Dave is getting on the way as well. Dave in 15th position here today. He has some good pace, didn't he, in qualifying, but unfortunately the race is he's struggling a bit. He's dropped down the order slightly. Iceman is 15 seconds away from this battle here, and then Iceman really he's dropped 3 seconds somewhere. Iceman has he could potentially have got in front of Serious Mushroom when Mushroom came in the pits, but that pace from Mushroom is I think that Iceman is going to struggle to overtake, isn't it? Now Dave is very much back on the back there of Gunnar in the Haas, and you can see that ghosting because they're being lapped there, of course, which is one of the newer patches. Oh, Gunnar, they're taking an awful lot of liberties with that turn there. Goodness me, Gunnar. And now as he comes through the cut 6 as well, and Dave there wants to get by Gunnar as quickly as possible. He's 8/10 of a second away. He's done 6 laps on these medium tyres. Is those tyres going to get to the end from there? Possibly. He just needs to make sure that they keep into the right window. We got a V-Todd then, as he is now behind Ghost, and they're starting to spread out again here in Baku with 9 laps to go then of the silver season. In the background, it's V-Todd's teammate Eat the Cookie is very much on the cusp there to win McLaren's first race of the season, isn't it? I believe it is. Of course, they had a pole position with Hunter back in Australia, didn't they? A very long time ago as well, but I think that might have been the highlight of the McLaren season. But I think overall they've had a good season, haven't they? Dave Fair is now past Gunnar, and he is up into 40 for this. There, Gunnar dropping on the 15th Fair. He's on the hard tires. Gunnar is. Dave moving up in the 40 position, and he's got a 6-second deficit between himself and V-Todd. V-Todd and Ghost there are in close company with each other as well. The gap at the front is 21 seconds. I thought Dave was in the wall there. The gap at the front is 22 seconds. I beg your pardon. That is absolutely incredible. That is domination there from Cookie, isn't it? My goodness me, that man is on a different planet here tonight. Really impressive stuff indeed then. Of course, Glock's biggest winning margin was, I think it was in Germany, wasn't it? It was about 34 seconds. Gunnar just tapped the back of Dave Fair, and that's unsettled the cars. And Lost Souls is in the pit, as I think he's kind of the pits, had to change the wing now. He's done 8 laps on those hard tyres, and he's in the pits. He's retired from the race, and Lost Souls is out of the race, and that's a shame there for Lost Souls in the racing point as well. He came to blows with Glock, didn't he? But unfortunately, he is out of the race, and that is his season done and dusted. And Murphy's now with the 6th position. Fantastic stuff from Murphy. FIFA Beefy is in 8th position there. Glock, FIFA's going to be at 7th, and David Glock in 8th position as well. Good 17th then. So Lost Souls then is out of the race there in the racing point then. So unfortunately for Lost Souls then, and he is left possession as well then. So disappointment there for Lost Souls. He just didn't seem to have the pace here tonight, does he? Lost Souls is usually one man who's right up there, isn't he? But same with Paulie Orange, so it's interesting, isn't it? Really good. I think that Draw Fast is on an absolutely fantastic race, isn't he? Both him and Alan, an absolutely brilliant race between them two. I'm really impressed with both those guys. Fantastic stuff indeed. King's out in a great 5th position there. Murphy in 6th position with FIFA in 7th. Glock in 8th. Serious Mushroom is now in 9th position. It's almost got a pit stop advantage over Iceman in 10th position. Then we've got they've got VTOD in 11th position, or halfway, because look at this, as he's going up the inside. Where's VTOD? VTOD is on the outside as well. There's his teammate just behind him, about to love him. And look at this, and they both got DRS, I think. No, they haven't. VTOD hasn't got DRS, but Ghost has. And now they're battling away with each other as they're coming down into turn 3. And they've got blue flags waving. Of course, that is your lap car. You have to let the leader through here. And well, I think that the leader's just going to drive through him, isn't he? He is indeed. Oh goodness me, that's very unnerving, isn't it? As VTOD there is not really helping his teammate too much, is it? But of course they are Ghost said, so just drives for him as well. And Ghost is also a Ghost as well, isn't he? So live up to his name here, Ghost is. But I think that he'll be I think he's going to be more interested in the other McLaren of VTOD and keeping him back with a couple more races, a couple more laps to go here. 4 retirements in this race. We've lost Souls, unfortunately. Lost Souls has gone. We've lost both Ferraris of Flea and Ray's and Walker also out as well. Then as FIFA has dropped down into 8th position. Glock has moved up into 7th position now, and he's having a storming drive back up through the field. Then up into 7th position. And where's he going? Where's the highest he's going to get? I think that I think Dan Murphy he's on very old hard tires. Dan is, isn't he? So I feel that I might get in front of Dan, but after that I think that might be too much of a big ass then perhaps. Then back on board then with VTOD at the moment. Then it's, oh, I'm dripping with sweat. That's vile, isn't it? Ugh. Anyway, then it's coming up to the end of this race. Then we're on lap 19. Then Ghost is going to be feeling VTOD then coming up the on the outside. Then VTOD is through. He passes Ghost. And Ghost goes back in the slip through the McLaren there to just reduce the drag as well then into turn 1 then. So let's see, as you can see, there's the activation point now through a turn in between 1 and 2. Then Glock has got a 3-second penalty, and VTOD has had an appalling exit there out of turn 2. Ghost has gone into the back of him, and now he's coming out. Then we're on board there with Ghost, and fantastic racing, and that's an appalling shot then. A fantastic racing, and this could be a battle for points there for not too in the not too distant future. Iceman's 12 seconds in front then, but anything could happen in this race still. We're racing around Baku. 16 cars remain then. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed then. Excuse me. And as Dave is out, he's had a problem there. Oh, that's a big smash there for Dave. He's ripped off the front right part of the car on the Renault as well. Is that going to be a safety car on lap 20 out of 26 then? We're just taking a look then. That's very much in the foreign line, isn't it? It really is. No, Dave's car has disappeared then, and no safety car, which I'm quite surprised by that, but as you were, lads, as you were. And so, yeah, unfortunately, Dave out of the race, and that is our 5th retirement here in Baku. And we are down to 15 cars in this race as well. And I've got a tickle. Oh gosh, Serious Mushroom is in the pits then, and Walker has left the session, and Serious Mushroom is in the pits then for the Williams team then. Let's see what he can do, and he is going out. What tires are going to throw now? Williams all the way down the bottom of the pit lane now. Unfortunately, they're going to be down there again next season as well. And they've got the soft tires ready for him, so he is going to be lightning quick car too as he comes out of the pits as well. Iceman is going to be very close. I think Iceman might get it here. He's on board of it. Where is he? And there he is. He is through. He passes Serious Mushroom, and he is up into 9th position. Good driving from Iceman, and as I said earlier on this race, then Iceman deserves more points than what he's got on the board. Then he's currently on course for his 2nd point scoring finish of his career, but he has a Serious Mushroom with some serious pace behind him now in the Williams. Then Iceman there is in 9th position, and Serious Mushroom in 10th position as well. And I feel then that this might be quite an easy manoeuvre here from Serious Mushroom, but is it ever easy in league racing? I don't think so. But Serious Mushroom there, brand new spanking pair of boots there for the Williams driver. Of course, the medium shod Renault has done 8 laps on those hard tyres. Murphy has done the most laps of anyone on any tyre. He's done 18 laps then with Glock now 6 seconds behind him. 6 seconds behind his teammate Murphy has come from 20th on the grid up into 6th position. He's done a great job today, hasn't he? After issues in qualifying. Then so good recovery drive there from Dan. Kingdom's done brilliantly as well. It's going to be tough to determine the drive today. It's Cookie has been in the class of 1, hasn't he? Fantastic stuff indeed then. We've also got VTOD and Ghost there still battling away then. We keep an eye on those guys as well, because they're still battling outside the points, but that could become points then in not too distant future, as we have lost Souls and Razor, who were in the points, weren't they, when at that time of their at the time of their retirement. So yes, it could they could potentially get points then on board there once again with Serious Mushroom then. And here we go then. Look at this. He's gaining. DRS is wide open on the Williams end. Where is it? Lovely shot here as we're in the skies here in Baku. He's alongside. He is through. He is up into ninth position. Serious Mushroom is fantastic. And tops off a fantastic season there for the Williams driver indeed then. Good stuff indeed. And Murphy is only a second away. I apologise, I didn't just notice that. Murphy is only a second away from Kingzo. He's less than a second out. Kingzo is going to be feeling the pinch, isn't he? On the, into the pits in the background, and I see the cookie. He's going on the soft tires. He wants the Grand Slam here tonight, doesn't he? He wants pole position, fastest lap on the raceway as well. Ghost is going to the wall there. He's got enough of a margin over Drofast, who's doing in second position there. A distant second, but I got to say, he's had a fantastic race, Drofast, has he really has. As now Dan Murphy, it's all over the back of Kingzo, and Kingzo, I keep forgetting to lift my tongue when I breathe, goodness me. And the Kingzo then is doing a great job as well. Kingzo is both Toro Rosso are doing a fantastic job. They are currently 12 points away from the Haas team at the moment. It's going to be very tight, isn't it? Guna, the other Haas driver, is currently not scoring at the moment, is he? Kingzo there is trying to break the slipstream. He knows that Dan is behind him there. You see in the background there another Red Bull, another yellow Red Bull nose there, and there is Glock, and then Murphy's going up the inside, but Kingdom swoops through, and then Glock is set a fast out race, and we're going to have a qualifying duel, aren't we, at the end of this race, between Glock and then Dan Murphy's on the inside, and he's past Kingdom, and he's up in the 5th position there. Fantastic drive, and 17 seconds ago between Alhan and Murphy. I don't think Dan's got enough laps left in him to get up into coming to 4th position. Oh my goodness, when King's out, it's almost in the wall there, and he's lost a bit of momentum now, hasn't he? V-Top there is once again on the very close end to the back of this man here. Then these guys have been having an absolute battle royale out there, and brilliant stuff indeed. Then Ghost Recon is 14 seconds away from the points, isn't he? And I think he's faded, unfortunately, fading fast in these latter stages of this race. Well, 22 out of 26, no safety car, and can I be confident about that? Probably not, but I'm sure that oh no, and that's a Williams who's in the wall. Ghost is in the wall then, and the V-Todd is now going to be very keen on that 11th position then. Look at this, he's lost the end plate, and now V-Todd then is very much got his man right where he wants him. Oh, look at that, and a new trend there for Ghost. He has got no wing end plates at all, as Ghost is having a miserable road race tonight, isn't he? And V-Todd got up the inside. Oh my goodness, he's gone straight on. Oh no, almost into the wall there, and that might have let Ghost off the hook there slightly. And look at the background there, as I think that was Cookie. It is Cookie there. It was just coming to the pit. Said Glock is now catching up on the catching up on Kings. Glock has done 8 laps on the medium tires, hasn't he? Paulie Orange is also hunting down a draw fast for the 2nd position as well. I think Glock might even go to 5th position here. I might have sold the man short here. How dare I sell the champion short, as he is coming down then into turn 1 then. Kingdom and Murphy are in his sights there as well. Oh, this is going to get very tense indeed then in the final stages then of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Then the final few laps here are silver. It's been a record-breaking year for Glock, hasn't it? But unfortunately, he hasn't won a race, has he, since winning the championship back in Spain? He's had a lot of bad luck, like it tonight. Kingdom! Oh my goodness me there! And I thought they was going to have an airplane crash there, and Kingdom there just kind of lagged out of the way. Goodness me! And Kingdom, oh my goodness, he's going to have a look. Oh my goodness me! As they're jumping all around there, aren't they? Oh gosh. Iceman's in the pit said, and Iceman might have thrown away a potential point here. He's got an 18-second lead over Ghost, but I'm wondering then if that might not be enough of a lead then. As now then is just watching Glock then. Let's take a look to see what is current here. As V-Todd is past the Ghost said, and he's also past Iceman as well. Iceman is coming out the pits now, but I think he's got 2 laps then to go. Ghost has left the session there. He is out of the race said after on a miserable time then. So Iceman then, he needs to get on with it quite quickly, doesn't he? He's only got 2 laps to go, because he's a lap down, of course there. He doesn't have to do the because if you're a lap down, you do not have to do the full race distance, as the leader has overtaken you. Anyway then, that was probably a really poor explanation, but never mind, it's an explanation nonetheless then. 24 out of 26 then. Now Glock's next target is his teammate Dan Murphy. Dan has done 21 laps on those hard tires. That was a mammoth stint there, my goodness me there. Dan is very much much having to nurse those tires to the end now, isn't he? Glock is on a rather reasonable set of medium tires. He's done 10 laps on these medium tires, hasn't he? And goodness gracious me, I gotta say, Dan Murphy, he might be going for a stint of the season there. Fantastic stuff indeed there from Dan. Really, really well done. Of course, Grant had a awesome stint now on the soft tires back in Russia, all the way back in round 1, didn't we? Of course, when we have a random calendar this year, next year we're going back to the official calendar, aren't we? And now then, as we're coming down into turn number 3, then is going to have a go at Dan down there, as you can see there. Jumping backward and forwards a bit there, isn't he? Cookie is coming through to go Kona to start his second to last lap. He has been in absolutely fine Vettel here tonight, and Drop Fast has actually repelled the attack very nicely indeed, actually, from Paulie Orange. And look at these two Red Bulls and there, Lionel Stern then, as Ghost is saying, hold on my line, what were you doing? And I think that's a response to V Todd, I think, or it might be a response to me. Luckily it's not then, because I don't drive. The reason why I don't drive is because I don't know how to drive. As they come through the castle section as well then, and this is the closest battle on track now. Drop Fast is about 10 seconds away from Eat the Cookie. I think has Eat the Cookie got as fast as up? I haven't noticed, to be honest, but I've been so intrigued in what's been going on behind him, and he's got to look, oh my goodness me, he's got to go on the inside there into a turn number 15, and I think Dan there, oh my goodness me, that was a good old, that was an overtake there from Glock there. He is not shy, is he, Glock? And he is now up into 5th position there, Glock is. Murphy down into 6th position as well then. Now he's just going to pull away then. Glock is 17 seconds behind Alhan. Alhan is 18 seconds away from Paulie Orange. These are quite big gaps here in Azerbaijan, isn't it? Of course, this is a track where you very much get fuel spread on, don't you? Because, of course, you're always on the power. A car later than the car in front then. And now is starting to do a complete lap. 25, we got a Renault. It's Iceman, who's had a fantastic race there. Oh, he's in the Tech Pro as well. Iceman there, who's on course for some points there. Came in the pits quite late on, didn't he? And I think he's thrown away some points there for the Renault team. That's unfortunate for Iceman, and now he is down in 12th position there. What a shame there for Iceman in 12th position there. Unlucky there from the Renault driver as well. Wilson, the other Jake the Slayer is in the pits there. He is changing onto the soft tires there, and going to start his final lap now. He's already been lapped then, so this last tour then will be his final tour as well of the silver season here in ALR. Here comes Cookie. He is on his final lap now of Baku, and of course this is his debut race here in silver in the final race as well. And let's go on board with the race leader then on the soft tires. And this man has been in a class of one, hasn't he? He has dominated from pole position there, and he is on the final lap now here in Baku. My goodness me, then this man is a scary man indeed, isn't he? I would love to see him and Glock there go head to head in qualifying and the race as well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get my wish this season, but potentially I might get it next season as well then. So that is something definitely worth hanging on, definitely coming back to watch next season as well. But remember, we've also got to have Glock against Granty, and we're going to have Alhan against Emerson. We're going to have Drop Fast against Nigel. There is going to be so many incredible battles for gold next season, and in silver as well. We've got New Potato coming up as well, so New Potato and Paulie Orange are going to be locking horns as well. This is going to be a fantastic league, isn't it? In gold, silver, and of course in bronze as well. And we've got one more race to go of ALR this season. Of course, it is the bronze season as well. We've had 8 races in bronze then. We'll be on our 9th and final race for bronze. It's more of a short, sharp season. Might be similar to the actual 2018 season of what's happening at the moment as well, with all the awful things going on in the world then. Eat the Cookie now has been brilliant stuff, hasn't he, today? He's going to go for 2 wins in 2 days here in Baku. He is the king of Baku, isn't he? Cookie is fantastic joiner from the McLaren driver, and he is coming out of the final official corner here, and he is going to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in his debut for silver. Fantastic stuff from Cookie, really well done. Deja vu indeed then. Drop Fast in a very good second position today. Drop Fast had some amazing pace around it, didn't he? And potentially, if Eat the Cookie wasn't in the race, and Drop Fast could have had his first race win here in silver. But he is second today. A great drive. Paulie Orange there, very quick in the end there in third position. Good stuff from Paulie Orange there. Alhan is going to come through in a fine 4th position as well for the Haas team. Here he goes. He's coming up to the line as well. And Alhan has had a great drive as well, hasn't he? His final drive for silver before he gets promoted into gold then as well. So good stuff there from Al, and a very strong end of season drive. And we have got Glock coming through in fifth position then after having to change his front wing. He would have been on course for a podium, I believe. Him and Paul Orange have definitely been locking horns, I feel. He is in fifth position. Sixth position is Murphy. Good drive from Murphy from the back of the field. King's a great drive as well in seventh position there. Couple of laps from the end there. He was up to fifth, wasn't he? Until unfortunately the two Red Bulls came up to behind him. FIFA Beefy in eighth position as well in the Alfa Romeo, as everyone has been lapped now from Cirrus Mushroom behind. So Cirrus Mushroom is also going to be confirmed in ninth position. V Todd is in 10th position. I think that's the most anyone's ever lapped up to, actually, if I'm not very much mistaken. So absolutely dominating performance indeed then. Cirrus Mushroom in at ninth position as well. Good driving from Cirrus Mushroom. And Jake the Slayer is going to come through 10th position. He's just done a lap on those soft tyres then. So Cookie there is a first race winner silver in his debut, doing a cracking job out of tonight. Really good stuff indeed then. As Jake Wilson there just defending himself, as he's saying his footage is different then. Anyway, then let's take a final look then at the classification of silver in the final race then of season 1 then. And of course, Eat the Cookie on top of the podium then. Great drive there from Cookie, really well done indeed. He has been the man, hasn't he? He has been absolutely he's been amazing, hasn't he? Very impressive to see that he is the king of Baku. Really well done indeed then from Cookie on his debut as well, and a good race there from the McLaren team. Hats off to him then. Let's take a look at the final classification then from the race here in Azerbaijan indeed then. So I got 2,500 XP. Lovely stuff indeed then. Eat the Cookie there. Really dominating proceedings once again here tonight. Drofas, a fantastic drive to second, and then shame if Eat the Cookie wasn't in this race. He could have got a win there. Paulie Orange in third position. Fourth position, Alhan. Glock in fifth position. Also a free second penalty for Glock after a smash of himself and lost souls. Murphy in sixth position. King Dome 7th, FIFA Beefy in 8th position, Serious Mushroom in 9th, V Todd, it completes the top 10 then, Jake Wilson just outside the points in 11th position, 12th position, Iceman, Ghost in 13th position, Gooner 14th, Jake the Slayer in 15th then, retirements was Dave, Lost Souls, Flea, Razor and Walker, all retired from the final race of silver here in Azerbaijan. I know. Now then, let's quickly get on to the interview, shall we? And let's start off with Eat the Cookie. And my goodness me, man, that was a fantastic drive there. You was absolutely dominant in another world today.
Yeah, it was alright. It was fine. It was a good race. I'll take it.
Oh, nice. So, just a Sunday drive really on a Monday afternoon then, by the sounds of it.
Well, I was a bit annoyed that Glock had a Q3 ban that I didn't know about, so I thought I was going to be battling it out with him. Unfortunately, obviously with the ban, I was at the front and he was middle of the pack, so it was unfortunate, but yeah, just won. Happy days.
Lovely stuff indeed. Well done, Cookie. Absolutely dominating performance as well. Glock said he didn't have a Q3 ban. I thought he didn't have a Q3 ban either, to be honest. But I was really worried there because I was like, oh, if I missed something. So Glock didn't have a Q3 ban. I think he just he had problems with his front wing, I think, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I was like you. I thought that you and Glock would have been absolutely fantastic battling in the front there. So yeah, I feel like we were robbed today. But congratulations anyway, Cookie. Well done, on top form, tip-top form. Let's come to Drofas in second position now. I'd say that is your strongest race of the season today. It's a shame that Cookie was in this session, really, because that would have been your first race win. Fantastic.
That's the second time I've come second to a reserve. Shit.
Oh,
so thanks for that, Nosy.
Oh, it was Dan today. Blame it all on Dan. But apart from that, though, I got to say that was absolutely fucking driving from yourself today. I would say that's your best performance of the season. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, probably. I did have some decent pace. I gave myself a scare with 3 corners to go where I lost my wing, but luckily I had a gap.
Really well done indeed then. And so, yeah, because I think Paul Orange was catching up towards the end there. What about your season overall though? You've confirmed second now today, and I would say that you've had a cracking season. Your consistency has been very impressive to say the least. How have you rated it?
Well, I'm counting it as silver champion because Glock's a freak and he doesn't count.
I'll take that.
That's a win for me. Chris, well done on second, mate.
Really well done, fantastic stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you in gold next season as well. I can't wait for that. Let's go to I think Poorly Orange finished third in the end today, and Poorly on the podium there, but it seems like in the early stages of the race you didn't have much pace on those hard tyres.
Yeah, for some reason I'm well off the pace around Baku. Seems to be my worst track, but never mind. It was fun. It was good fun.
Really was indeed there. Did you think you could get Drofaz towards the end there? Because the gap had stabilised and then all of a sudden it went right down to a second in the end then. But did you think you had a chance?
When I put on the mediums I thought I could do it. I did a few laps and I was catching him like a second a lap, and then the rears just started dying on me and I couldn't do it. Well done, Doctor. You beat me.
And just talking about your season overall as well, and this would be your 11th start here tonight, as I've just kicked over my water. Your 11th start here tonight. You've had 4 wins and 5 podiums. It's been a great season for you. How would you rate it overall?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, who knows where I
could have been without the punches and other such incidents. But yeah, it's been a good season.
It really has indeed, yeah. And I think that was going back to Germany, wasn't it? That was so unlucky. I thought that was a fantastic drive there, and such a shame indeed then. And let's come to Alhan, who completed the top 3 in the championship as well. And also, I'd say a very good drive today for Alhan. I would have said it was his best race, but of course we can't take that Abu Dhabi race win away, can we? Because that was a brilliant race indeed then. But Alhan today, that was a great drive from yourself, but it was a bit lonely towards the end, wasn't it?
Trouble, so get my head down, get some points. Yeah, it's practically what I've done most of the season, so why change?
Why change indeed, and I think that's been an absolutely cracking season for you as well. How would you rate your season? Because I think that you've been very consistent. There's been 1 or 2 races where you've been caught up in some incidents, but overall your season's been fantastic.
Yeah, I'd say happy with it, to be honest. Obviously when you first join you don't really know where you're going to filter in, so I'm glad that this put me where I am, and obviously I get to go up to gold next season.
Really well done indeed, and I'm looking forward to all you guys going to go. I really look forward to that indeed then, as I was saying in commentary, really good stuff. Right, that is it for Silver then, and that is the end of the first season of Silver. It's been a fantastic season, hasn't it? Most of the part was dominated by Glock then, but the last 5 or 6 races have been very intriguing, haven't they, to say the least then. 1 more race to go of Formula 1 2019, and that is bronze, round 9 then, as all the championships have been wrapped up there as well. But don't go anywhere, because that's going to be a fantastic race, and there's a couple of things still up for grabs. See you tomorrow night.